Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swindler's Den and this week's session of, oh my god, I just had so many different titles go through my head. It's Glory of the Giants. I had Icewind Dale run through first, and then Call of Cthulhu, which I've never played in my life.
Oh, that's weird.
And I'm like, oh yeah, Glory of the Giants is what this is called. Yes, welcome. Hello, everybody. Just to right off the bat, rip things off. Be sure to follow Swindler's Den on all of its socials. Twitter, Twitch when we do Twitch stuff, Instagram when we do Instagram stuff. The Discord, if you want to interact with us or other people within the community and other players and DMs. And we also have a Patreon if you want to listen to shows in audio only format on the go. $1 per month for all of our shows in audio format. Otherwise, on Fridays, we have our other show, Curse of Strahd, that premieres on YouTube on Fridays. And with that, I think it's very, very loosey-goosey intro this week. We're going to jump into introducing our players. We have, for the first time, because I believe, are you first on the layout or not?
I am, yes.
You are. So let's introduce you first. We got Grizlocke.
Hello, I'm Grizlocke. You can find me on YouTube under that same name. And maybe sometimes over on Twitch, you might find me there. I will be playing Kelborn, who is a half-elf ranger. Kind of just going along for the ride right now.
Along for the ride in the cart. Speaking of along for the ride, we have Barely.
Hey there, I'm Barely Caffeinated. You can find me over on YouTube at Crits and Coffee, where I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 on Tactician mode with my wife, and I hate it. Tonight,
which part of it?
Tonight I'm playing as Siegfried, a human cleric.
Speaking of hating it, we have Kyle.
Oh, mixing it up.
Well, going with hating it kind of went along with Kyle more.
Okay. Hi, my name is Kyle. I'll be playing Kevforn. You can find me here or over at the Interdimensional Library. Kind of forgetting the Twitter handle for it.
I think it's IDL_RPG. Yeah.
RPGS.
RPGS. Find me over there. Can't find me anywhere else.
Nowhere else. Speaking of the Interdimensional Library, we have DrPhage.
Hello, I'm DrPhage. You can find me on Twitter at Little Growth. I'm also on Interdimensional Library on Gluttony and Earth, along with Baka. But tonight I'm playing Benjamin, Benny Boy, who is a half-elf warlock.
Half-elf warlock. And with our party introduced, we can do a recap where last time our group was making their way through the Neverwinter Forest with the Story Keeper, bringing them to where their last companion apparently was. And he was, in fact, at a Fey portal, a protector of this Fey portal, as two ogres came through, looking to bonk him on the head. But they seem to have also been locked out of the portal, as for some reason or another, it got shut down from the other side. Our new hero, maybe, Kelborn, started fighting off these ogres until the rest of the party showed up, and they made quick work of them. Where then the Story Keeper and the party filled in Kelborn with what was going on, how he was to be part of this destined group of people to end the giant incursion before it can take hold. It took a little convincing, but we got there at the end, and Kelborn with his little pixie friend. God, I was like, I know the name, and then I instantly forgot the name. Finks, that's what I thought. Finks joins the rest of the group as they head off, making their way to the town of Udengaulde to the south to hopefully bolster themselves with some new magical equipment that can be made there. They also were making their way down south to hopefully speak with the stone giants who haven't seemed to join the side of King Hireg, the storm giant, who seems to be leading this whole debacle happening. But on their way there, Benjamin reached out to his patron to see if she could lend any help to him, and through Huey pointed him towards the Mere of the Dead Men, where he was to meet her. Making their way down there, Benjamin headed off into the Mere by himself, leaving the rest of the party behind with the wagon and horses because the water was starting to get too deep for them to continue traveling. And there he convened with his patron under the dark depths. She pressed a metal coin to his hand that he seems to be able to use to empower himself. Oh, there it is. I made it. I didn't. And as he started making his way back towards the group, that is where we ended last session. So with that group, is there anything you would have been doing while Benjamin was away?
You know, there was something and I forgot it.
That's fine if we don't have anything. At this point, Benjamin does start coming more into focus as he approaches all of you.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. We got some answers, not as many as I thought I was going to, but yes, thank you. Thank you for the detour.
Shall we
Can
head
we
on?
see that Benjamin is soaking wet?
Absolutely. I'm just like completely soaked, like hair like totally slicked back. Just completely bedraggled walking up to the cart.
Oh, brother, did you fall into the swamp?
No. I had a conversation with my patron, and they're of the water, so I had to go underwater to speak to them.
I see. Well, I think I have an extra blanket in the wagon if you'd like to dry off.
I should dry off soon enough. It's not the first time this has happened.
All right, suit yourself.
Just like slowly wading as you do as you're in like waist deep water.
Yeah, Benjamin climbs up into the wagon, and you're start to turn the wagon around to head back towards the east. I always have to second guess myself now when I'm thinking about directions. I'm like, which way is it? Yeah, you start making your way, and soon enough, you were able to get out of the Mere and start making your way east through the foothills towards the long road, which you'll be able to take down before cutting again to get over to Udengaulde. We'll do one more rest during this time. I know we've already kind of been throwing it around if there's things you want to do during the travel, but this is kind of a last chance moment to, if you want to talk to anybody specifically or do anything specifically before you make it to Udengaulde.
I'll ask first just for myself. Do I know anything about Udengaulde? It's a bit further south than what I've been, I know, but
you can roll a history check if you'd like.
great. That's a 10.
Yeah, it's a city further or town further to the south, nestled in the foothills of the mountains. You might have heard of maybe armors or weapons that were sent up to one of the other cities that were made in Udengaulde. They're known for their blacksmithing. Other than that, not much.
I think then I would ask the rest of my companions before we're all officially resting. Are any of you familiar with this forge that we're looking for here?
Anybody wants to roll a history check, they can.
Yeah, I'll roll one for myself and see. That's a 16.
Ooh, that's a 19.
Do you think I would on a 16 or not?
Yeah, probably. And a 12 from Siegfried. With both Kevhorn and Kelborn. Kelborn, how old are you?
Not sure. I mean, like, you know, I've lived in the Fae and time is weird there. So I'm somewhere between like 30 and 200. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just trying to decide because you started your life
Or like
here,
20.
right? Because you have a hometown here.
Yeah.
Just trying to think how long you were here for. I think I'll give it to you even.
I mean, I would come back to planet side to like check in with people here.
Okay. Well, I guess my next question is how many years ago were you born on the material plane? Is what I should ask, I guess.
Plane years.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll say like 20, 25.
25. Yeah, I'll say
lived a long time in the Fae.
Yeah, and like you've come back and forth, so you might have heard stories of this. And Kevhorn, you do know about this. There is a magical forge there in Udengaulde. You'd both know that. I think Kevhorn would know that it was made magical. Like the way that it is magical is an anvil that is there was made in a different spell forge.
The anvil. Okay, got it. What was the other info?
What was the other info?
They're known. I think
known for
pretty much-
blacksmithing.
Yeah, they're known for blacksmithing.
They're known for blacksmithing. The anvil that's there was made in a different spell forge. Yeah, they have a spell. It's a spell forge, but it's not that the whole thing is magical. It's that the anvil that is there was made in another. Yep.
Another spell forge. Okay. All I know is that Udengaulde is pretty known for their smithing, and that their fancy anvil is made from another spell forge.
I've traveled through there before. Been south to see my ma.
This may be a bit late to ask. Are we going to, do we have enough money for them to make something for us? Or what are we hoping to get out of this?
Something. I doubt between all four of us we would have enough.
Okay.
I was hoping that a lot of you had that all figured out.
Well, okay. Well,
instead of currency, we might be able to offer something else.
Yes, we'll do a bit of sweet talking perhaps and see if they have any. Yeah, well, okay. Good to know. We'll play it slightly by ear.
Maybe they'll have need for adventures.
Yeah, I was thinking that may be our best bet at getting some upgrades.
Ready?
All right. So you continue forward. You rest a couple more times as the days go by. But soon you start to see resting in front, like you've seen the mountains up to this point, and the foothills start to raise in front of you. But as you get closer, you start to see a wooden palisade seems to surround this town. But raising above the palisade is a hill, multiple hills that this town is built upon. And you can see like up higher on the hill, on some of the taller foothills, you can see larger buildings, whereas the plains around this hill seem to be filled with more farmland, and some residences are in the plains, and some of them are up in the foothills as well as you approach. But you get close to this, the gate of the palisades, and you do see a few guards standing on the top of the palisade, and they address you as you approach this. Hail, what brings you to Udengaulde?
We come here seeking some of your fine arms and armaments.
There's plenty for sale in the marketplace, as well as if you're looking for custom things, you can go to the Grand Forge. The Grand Forge master should be in. She's usually in during the day.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Continue in. Not necessarily. I would like to, as we're going in, not the ones that are like on top of the gate, but is there like other guards as we're going in, just like on the ground, so I'm not shouting as much?
There you don't see any immediately, but you do see there's like some guard houses off to your right, and you'd assume you'd see some if you went to any of the areas, some just kind of milling around, but for the most part there's like 3 or 4 up on the wall in your immediate area, but it's not like they're super high lockdown right now where all the guards are everywhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go into one of the guard houses. Just like as we're making our way through town, I would want to talk to one of the guards whenever we pass one.
Okay, yeah. As you're like making your way forward, you do see again these not townhouses, residences and like farms off to your left and right. But you do see this large, grandiose archway built into the mountainside here, where you can assume the mine is, and the forge itself. And you do see there's some guards over there. You can ride up to one of them. Hello, can I help you with anything?
Yes. We're on our way in to speak to the forge master, but I had a bit of a question. We've come south from Neverwinter. Have you, just asking in at some of the towns, have you had any issues or contact with giants recently?
As of recent, no. It's been pretty peaceful here for... Well, yeah, we haven't had anything major for like 20 some years at this point. 15 years, I think, was our last. It was a whole thing. No, we haven't.
I mean, that's excellent to hear. If you don't mind me asking, I mean, I enjoy stories quite a bit. What happened 15 years ago?
Trying to remember. Was it 15? I might have misspoke. Hold on. Doing mental math. No, sorry. It would have been more like 33 years roundabout. Sorry, my math is so bad. It's everything melts together. Oh, we had
no worries.
There was a siege on the city many years ago, and well, we made it through though.
Was that led by giants, or was it another faction?
No, a bugbear was leading many different kinds of creatures.
Interesting. I haven't heard of a bugbear aiming quite that high. Must have been quite the specimen.
Yeah, he is a vengeful thing. You know, the lady of the town at the time had killed his brother.
Very interesting. Well, thank you. And continue on into the forge.
All right. Grizz, look at him thinking. You continue moving forward. And as you come into this forge and mine area, you can see like there's in this main like cavern as you enter, and there's some tunnels that lead off from it. You do see there's like a small room or a small door built into one of the walls, and there's a few people milling around in here. one of them stops. What can I help you with? Did you come to get something custom made, or are you looking for work in the mines? I haven't seen any of you folk around here.
A little bit of both. We are hoping we have a bit of a sensitive matter to speak with the Forge Master about, but looking for work and equipment.
Oh, of course. Yes, you can. She's in her office now. If you want to put your horses and cart outside, kind of rope them up there, you can go in and talk with her.
Yeah. Hitch up the horses wherever is appropriate for that.
Yep. You do that, and then they point you over to this door that's like within the immediate entrance cavern area. Did you go over? They send you over to that door.
Yeah. I would. Does this feel like a knock before we enter situation?
Probably would be polite.
Yeah. Yeah, I give it a hard.
It's multiple if you start knocking on it.
I'm sorry.
From the other side, you do hear, come in.
Lead everyone in.
As this large, like iron bar door, you open up. On the inside, you just see it is like a small office that's been dug into this mountainside, and you do see sitting at there's like pickaxes and like forge hammers and things on shelves all around the room, and sitting at a large stone desk, you just see a human woman she is wearing armor, which is strange for somebody doing office work, you can assume, or even working in a forge, but it is this like large what are these called again, pauldrons, plate armor, and she's also wearing like a white hood over her head as well. You see like some strands of blonde hair coming out from underneath the hood. Blue-eyed woman looks up as, hello, can I help you with anything?
Yes, Forge Master. I am Benjamin Koalana of Neverwinter. My companions and I have come here with a bit of a quandary we were hoping you could assist us with.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I've forgot my manners. I'm Grand Forge Master Trina Alruna. You said you're looking for items, equipment. What exactly are you looking for? And if you don't mind me asking, why are you looking for? You came from Neverwinter. Why'd you come all this way?
It's a bit of a we've had a bit of a roundabout journey, but there is currently a bit of a giant problem, and I mean that quite literally. An encampment of giants has settled itself outside of Neverwinter, and we have been sent south here to your forge of great repute to gather arms and armaments to help in defense of the city against this giant threat.
Neverwinter sent the four of you just to pick up a bunch of materials?
Yes, we're a bit of a special team related to this. We've done a couple of projects related to this. We were already heading south, so they sent us to assist with this as well.
Oh, it's strange. Nobody sent us anything ahead of time.
This is a very recent development. We're likely the message you would have been looking for.
All right. Did they tell you what they needed you to get? Is this like for the Neverwinter guards?
Yes,
for the four of you.
Both for the guards themselves, more of your standard equipment. What they have there is serviceable, but certainly not up to the standards that you normally produce here. And then we are to continue on there as other business. If you are able to equip us as part of that as well, we would greatly appreciate it.
All right. Is somebody paying for who am I billing for all of this?
It would be the Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Neverwinter Guard. Captain Zanel would be has been my contact with that.
All right, I'll have you do a deception check for me here.
Oh boy.
That's what I'm here for, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the path we chose. Okay.
That's only a 10. I rolled pretty bad on it.
All
Can
right.
I somehow give him advantage?
Do you have anything to add to what he says to give him advantage?
I tried. I wasn't gonna straight up charm this person because that makes it even worse.
I
What'd
don't
you
want to
roll?
leave off with a 10.
I got a 10. 1-0.
1-0.
You failed
huh?
because Siegfried is sweating, biting his tongue.
I didn't prepare him that I was gonna lie this hard. Technically, I mean, this is straight up lies. I'm just lying to them.
They do look at you kind of strange, like, well, I guess we can find our extra things. We can't just send everything because
Of course.
if there's giants there, we need to be able to defend ourselves. But you're looking for special things for yourself? What? Did you have anything in mind? Or we have a few, and how fast do you need this stuff? We have a few enchantments we can do quickly by tomorrow if you need, but if you want anything more powerful, it's going to take quite a while.
I'm not the most martial focused of them. Like motioning to like my simple leather armor.
That's fine. We can do rings and things too. It's not just armor and weapons.
We truly, I guess I don't know the scope of all of your services that can be completed quickly.
Do you have something that can kill giants?
On the quicker scope, not straight out kill them, but some things that'll help you for sure.
What would those be?
I don't have them directly in front of me. It's something we'd have to work out in the
Right.
forge itself. But do you want new weapons, new armor, or am I bolstering your weapons and armor? What are we working with here?
I think starting with just us for now would probably be the best bit. Right?
Mhm. All right. Yeah.
Yes, and likely bolstering our current equipment would be, I'm sure, the quickest and easiest for you. We have, again, other business we need to attend to nearby as well.
All right. Yeah. If you want me to just work on your stuff, get it done by tomorrow, so you can head out. I can do that. Just if you have certain things you want, bolstered, you can hand them to me, and I'll keep them for the night and get them done, or we can make new things.
Out of game, what can they make for us? Like what type of things are we talking about here?
So, if you want to get it done by tomorrow, it's going to be one thing for each of you. So if you want to hand over a piece of armor, one of your weapons, or if you want something new made like a ring or a helm or any piece of armor or metal based things is what they're going to be able to work with. So
Maybe like a +1 breastplate.
yeah, they could do that.
Okay.
And you don't have to have a specific magical effect if you don't want, or if you can't think of anything off the top of your head. I do have some pre-written down that I can give to you as well. Yeah, it's going to be like more of the basic stuff because they are doing it quick.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
That's fine.
I might have to copy the breastplate.
I was just thinking so I don't have disadvantage on stealth anymore.
Yeah, if you wanted to do breastplate, we can do that.
Because if it's something quick, it's not worth. I'm not the damage dealer here. It's not worth giving my weapon.
Yeah, if the two of you want to do breastplate, we can do that.
What's a cloak of protection do again?
That's not metal.
Oh, that's not
Yeah, it's
metal.
not
That's a good
metal.
point. I forgot the
Yep.
metal part was very key to this.
I'm looking at some rings real quick. Give me a second.
I think I'm sticking with the breastplate because
Wait, hold on. Let me look at rings.
I think the armor's going to be more helpful for you.
Yep.
You don't know me.
You don't know.
Or you could do a +1 weapon so you can hit more often.
Maybe you do know me.
Yeah, like you can hand her your trident and she can make it a +1 weapon.
What does
Like it doesn't have to be something new. You can keep the weapons that you already have and armor you already have. But with armor, you can also get better armor, like the breastplate increased to being a +1 breastplate. Or you don't wear breastplate now, but you would get a breastplate +1. If you understand my ramblings.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll totally give him my old scale mail, but I keep my pauldrons because they're cool.
They're pretty cool.
I don't have any ring in particular I'm looking for.
Okay. I have ideas too, so I can.
Yeah, so I would just a ring of some sort since I don't wear metal armor or use metal weapon.
All right, sounds good. Ring for Benjamin, +1 breastplate for Kelborn. Kevhorn, have you landed on what? Are you doing armor, weapon? What are you going with?
I don't know. I'm indecisive.
So what's your AC right now?
18.
That's good. Maybe I mean, a +1 weapon could be nice. Because then it gets through the resistances of a lot of enemies.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Lock it in before I think about something else.
Okay, good weapon.
No
You're doing your
pressure.
trident, so you hand over your trident. So just remember, you don't have the trident until tomorrow. Siegfried, do you have any ideas of what you'd want to do with your stuff?
A cane.
Ooh.
Freak wants a pimp cane. No.
And a top hat.
A metal top hat.
I am also kind of struggling. I did find like an amulet, possibly,
Okay.
or maybe a ring. I remember coming across the shield at some point where like any projectiles are like attracted to the shield.
Oh, yep.
So automatically it would go towards me, but I can't think of what it's called. So one of those three, I guess.
The shield of missile attraction.
Yes.
Okay. I can probably do something with that.
That is technically a cursed item.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be specifically that because it is a rare item, but I can do something along those lines if you'd like.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So we got a shield. I'll do it in her voice. It's not really a voice. So we got a shield. Taking your trident, some armor, and a ring. All right. Yeah, me and my assistants will get started on that. You can go about the town if you'd like. We have inns up in the higher hills. Marketplace up there as well, if you'd like to peruse that. Otherwise, enjoy your time in Udengaulde while we get this ready for you, and you can get back on your way to Neverwinter or wherever you were going. You had other things you had to do, so.
Yes. Out of game again real quick. The Forge Master isn't the head of the town, correct? They're just like a very important person.
You don't know. You haven't asked anybody.
Grand Forge
Can I?
Master.
I mean, I do have my courtier function, so I do know how bureaucracies work.
Mm-hmm.
So I know. I mean, it seems a bit powerful for a town I've never been to, but you gain access to records and inner workings of noble court or government you encounter. You know who the movers and shakers are, whom to go to for the favors and current intrigues. That seems like a lot for a town I have never been to.
What was it? 10 on your history check for Udengaulde before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you wouldn't know for sure. You just know that this is the title she's going by.
Okay.
She didn't introduce herself as being like a town master or whatever. And you know when you talked to the guard earlier that he spoke of the lady of the town, so it's probably a lord or lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she didn't say anything like that, so.
Yeah. Okay. So I think then, yeah, I'm good to leave because I got other people I'm gonna try and talk to.
All right, other people to schmooze with.
That's
right.
Truly the only reason I'm here is to schmooze with people.
Fair enough. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to ask the Forge Master before leaving, or anybody else here?
Tell me the story of this magical forge, this magical anvil, the whole story from beginning to end.
The whole story? I mean, it'll take a while, and we won't be able to get started on your weapons and armor as quickly. But if you want to hear about it, I can take the time.
You know, maybe another day. Thank you.
Okay, sounds good. I'm sure other people in the town as well could tell you. It's a big part of our town. I keep saying city. I mean, it could be a city, whatever.
You're also nonchalant around here. I like it.
Okay, we've been dispatched to help out these cities in this trying time as well. Is there any business that you need help with? Again, we're down here. You're certainly doing us and Neverwinter a great favor. Is there anything that you need assistance with that we can help?
I mean, nothing adventure-wise. I mean, if you want to take a load of equipment up to the marketplace, I guess. Well, no, we need most of that to send with you, or send to Neverwinter. Never mind. We're good on that, actually. Yeah, no, I can't think of anything personally that I need from all of you at this point.
We'll check in with the head of of Udengaulde as well. This was our first stop. We wanted to make sure that we got the equipment taken care of before we did any other business.
Of course, yes. Lord Greystone would be at the highest point of Udengaulde.
Thank you. Yes, we're off to speak to him now.
All right. So yeah, you all leave, get your horses unhitched, or they're still hitched, but unroped, and start making your way up the foothills, passing through, or not passing through anything, actually. You just are able to go straight up there. This as you make your way up this first set of foothills, you do see pretty not like it's busy for a town. It's not like the big marketplaces in Waterdeep or anything like that. But there's this marketplace that you come across first, and a smaller forge is up here as well, kind of set off to the side of the marketplace. And you see again more residents further off to your left, and then going further up the hill would be where you can see a larger building. You can assume would be where the Lord is, as well as some chapels and religious buildings, it looks like.
Yeah, I would be making my way to the Lord's Manor.
Yeah, I'll go. On the way, I just want to be like, so you were lying there, right?
A touch of embellishment.
Right.
He was fully lying.
It might be a little strange when they get to Neverwinter and get turned around. You know?
Neverwinter also has a growing encampment of giants outside of them. I don't think they're going to turn down assistance in whatever form it comes from. They'll find the money for it.
Right. Smart.
Does everybody go with Benjamin Kelborn up to the Lord's court? I'll say up here. It's not like his house. It's just where like the higher-ranking political members are.
Yeah, you said there were some religious buildings on the way though too.
Yeah, like up towards that building, there seems to be some kind of religious building, and what like maybe looks like a mortuary where they lay people to rest. But yeah, looks like some kind of religious building up there next to it as well.
Okay, still following. Could Siegfried do like a religion check to see what god or deity is there?
Yeah, you can do a religion check. 12. The weird thing about this building, as you pass it, heading towards the Lord's, what did I just call it? Yes, the Lord's court. You don't see like any statues that would signify a deity, or like really any markings, but it's a very like open building. A lot of like just pillars holding roof up. And it overlooks a lot of the mountain scenery that lays behind this town. So you're not entirely sure what it is that they would be, or who would they would be worshiping there, because there is nothing really to show what it would be for.
Okay, so Siegfried just kind of lags behind a little bit as he's checking it out and quickly hurries back up to catch up with the group.
Yeah, you do see like a few people standing in there looking over the mountains, but other than that.
Did you wish to check out the chapel?
Perhaps, but it doesn't seem familiar. So I doubt it is a church of Ilmater.
All right, we can check it out on the way down then, perhaps.
Sounds good.
All right.
Continue on to court.
To court. You make your way to this building. Two large oaken doors set in front of you, with two guards on either side, standing in attention. And as you get off your cart and approach, what brings you to the court today? Do you have business here?
Yes, we have business coming south from Neverwinter to speak with Lord Greystone about.
Have you made any kind of appointment, or is this impromptu?
This is impromptu. It's a bit of a emerging situation that we are reporting to him about.
I'm counting the houses down below to see how busy they could possibly be in this town.
Okay. I'm like, what is he pointing at? I'm like, all right. Yes, he is in today. We will make sure he's available to receive visitors. One of them opens the door a little bit to go inside, while the other stays outside with you. And after a few moments, he comes back as, yes, Lord Greystone will see you now.
Excellent, thank you.
Of course, as they both pull open these large oaken doors. The doorway leads right into what you can assume is like the main courtroom. There's a red rug that runs from the door up to a few sets of stairs, like a couple stairs, and up to a large stone throne that a large human man with a dark gray beard sits on, wears a small circlet on his head, and is also wearing these large pauldrons, very well crafted armor that's like inlaid. There's eagles on his eagle heads on his pauldrons, long red cape that he sits behind him as he sits on this throne, golden armor with the intricate details all the way through it, and has 2 guards standing on his side as well, with 4 more on either side of the rug that runs up to the throne. And you can see behind him there are 2 staircases that head up to a balcony up behind him with doors. That seems to be like the rest of the rooms that they probably hold councils in. And you step inside, and the doors close behind you.
I spit shine my armor a little bit. Start standing up a little more straight.
I walk forward again, very similar to when I met the Goblin King. Stop a respectable distance away. Excuse me, sorry, I have a frog in my throat all of a sudden.
Get out of there. You're nervous about the Lord.
I bet.
I'm lying to so many people.
You are the face of the group.
I know. Bow to him and say, thank you for seeing us so impromptu, Lord Greystone. I am Benjamin Koalana of Neverwinter. These are my companions, Siegfried, Kelborn and Kevhorn. We have been sent south from Neverwinter to update you on a situation related to there and see if you had any assistance or information.
Well, it's an honor to have you all here in my court. Speak freely. What is this problem that's up in Neverwinter that sends you all down here?
Neverwinter currently has a growing giant encampment on its outskirts. There has been an increase in hill giants and others that are seeming to amass outside of the city walls. We've already spoken to the Forge Master about Neverwinter's need for additional arms and armaments. But I wanted to speak to you specifically. We have also heard that there's a stone giant enclave in these mountains as well. I wanted to see if you were having any issues or had any information related to that as well.
Oh, we haven't heard of any stone giant movement as of recently. They stay to their mountains. They're far enough off that we don't interact with them. They're not in our mountain system. And they haven't come over here at all. No, outside of the stray ogre or troll wandering around, we haven't had much of any kind of structured giant forces coming this way.
Do you have, you don't have any contact with them necessarily, do you know where their settlement is? Being as far south as it is, Neverwinter didn't have any information about these potential stone giants, but we are looking to see if they are also amassing for war. We want to be as prepared as possible on all fronts related to this.
Let's see. No, they keep themselves sealed pretty well in that mountain. They don't even really come outside of it. They've got all they need in there, from what I understand. And we don't want to go digging around where we don't need to, so I have not heard of anywhere you'd specifically find a way to them, unfortunately. You might be able to find some information from some of the people around town that travel out a little further, but I myself do not know.
Of course, I'll ask some of the others. I didn't want to create, not that there is a need for panic, but unnecessary worry amongst some of the town members. But I will speak with them to see if any know paths into the stone giants.
Of course.
We're here both to relay messages and then also to provide assistance if there's anything else that is troubling your town. Again, we're going into dangerous times, and all things should be taken care of and made ready as much as possible.
We're also running short on coin, so...
Well, unfortunately, I don't think I have anything for it. I appreciate you stopping in and telling me, because how we can get our guards ready for if anything happens, and of course send what we can up to Neverwinter as far as supplies. No, I don't. We haven't had anything happen here as of recent.
That is good to hear. Again, I will ask around about stone giants. Others may have things that need to be taken care of as well.
Of course. Well, is there anything else I can help you with? Sorry, it's not a lot I can offer to you as of right now.
No, you've been great, welcoming enough to me.
Yes, it has been greatly appreciated that you see us, and then also willing to work with Neverwinter during these trying times.
Of course. Well, if you need a place to stay for the night, I know you're waiting for the Grand Forge Master to complete some work for you. Just let the people at the Mountain View Inn know that the Lord sent you there. You can stay there for free and eat for free there as long as you need to be in town.
It's wonderful.
That is very much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes. Well, if you hear anything else from your superiors and need to come and ask me, just come over and let the guards know you're here from Neverwinter, and they'll let you right in.
Yes, we'll keep you updated as we learn things that are pertinent to you.
Of course.
Thank you again.
Yes. He kind of relaxes back into his large stone chair as the doors are opened for you to leave, unless you have anything else to say.
Nope. Made it out of that one without having to do a check.
Not very informative, that one.
I have a feeling that what we had heard is true, that the stone giants aren't currently a part of this cabal that is forming, so they are not moving the same as some of the other giants. So I'm not surprised it is quieter here.
Well, if we're going to the stone giants to try to convince them to fight on our side, we're gonna need something that to show that we're there to make a good deal, you know, a sign of good faith. Maybe bring them a present of some sort.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
I mean,
no, it makes sense though. It is. It's smart.
Do you have a present in mind?
No, I mean, the only thing that came to my mind instantly was the magical anvil, which I don't think that's a good idea.
No, that is a bit beyond what I'm willing to promise.
Well, they don't seem that. It sounds like they don't leave their caves very often. Their mountain. They got everything they need there, so it's gonna be pretty hard to convince them to leave. We got to figure out, find out if anyone here in town has ever, traded with them or anything like that, and then see what they're in need of. Maybe work that angle.
Yes, and even if they can't join us as allies, a agreement of not entering
Neutrality.
the conflict may be just as powerful. We also, we would have filled Kelborn in on the totems and things like that as well.
Oh, good, I have information.
Oh yeah.
The totems.
I assumed we. Oh, does Grizz the player know about the totems?
I feel like I've heard the word thrown around, but
okay.
I don't know much about them.
Yeah, each of the giant clans has a totem that we're looking to gather, and then it's going to give us some sick-ass power. and kind of how we get each of them is going to be depending on each one of them. So we're starting with the stone giants because they're not actively part of the conflict yet, to hopefully gain their boon a bit easier.
Now, are the totems like a physical? Do we know if they're like a physical thing we have to get? We have no idea. Okay.
No idea. But related to that, if neutrality on their part and gaining the totem, if that is their gesture of peace, that may be enough moving forward.
Right. Well, maybe you should, go around the town asking people if they know anything of the stone giants.
Yes. I was going to, if we want to stop at the chapel and ask them anything, if you want company on that, Siegfried, happy to accompany you on that. Otherwise, I was going to hitch the horses and start going about the town, asking if anyone has history with stone giants.
I'd always appreciate the company, but don't feel like you have to.
I'm totally going. I gotta keep I'm keeping an eye on Siegfried and trying to see what he's capable of.
Right. Siegfried will head to the chapel then.
All right. Anybody else going with Siegfried and Kelborn?
Seeing them go off, I'll just continue on with the cart. I'm assuming we either saw signs or I can very easily find where the inn is.
Yep. The inn is going to be in this upper residential area.
Ooh, fancy. Okay.
Fancy. Kevhorn, where are you going? Are you going with Benjamin or with the other two?
The possible marketplace that's in this area.
You can go on your own. Yes. Would you like to go to the marketplace? All right. We will start. Since it is the closest, we'll start with Kelborn and Siegfried. As you start to make your way towards this, again, very open air, essentially a pavilion sort of thing that overlooks or looks towards the mountains, because a lot of the mountains are taller than where the city is. You do see a few people like just standing, looking out into the mountain ranges. And there is like a small pedestal with a basin with some clear water in it, and you do see some coins at the bottom of it, just some gold pieces. Seems to be some sort of offering tray. But other than that, what would you like to do here?
Well, without Siegfried actually knowing who he is paying tribute to, he would probably not throw a coin in just yet.
I throw a silver in for sure.
Now that he's a little bit closer, can he see anything, or are we still like there's no identification whatsoever?
Do a perception check to see how much you can get.
That's a 9.
You do see like on some of these columns that are holding up the building, or on all of them, I'll say, not all of them, some of them, sorry. Starting on your left and going almost midway through one of the other walls. So it starts on your left on that like center, the section of pillars, and then goes, and then as it turns to be in what would be a wall in front of you, about midway through it stops, having symbols on each one. You can see like there's a sword on one, there's a great club on another, and like different weapons, armor pieces, and that kind of stuff. And on the very last one is a shield. But other than that, you don't see anything else around here.
Does this shield have like a bear's skull on it or anything? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So based off of that knowledge, could I make a check to further see what that symbol is specifically, or?
I'll let you do another history check.
I should have played like
Really?
a smart...
No, you can do a religion. You can do religion.
I should have played a smart character because I just like then I could have known
Religion
this
is
stuff.
the same, right? Yeah, it's the same thing. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
With that, without necessarily knowing much about Udengaulde itself, or what religion, because of what you from what you've seen around, but you can assume that these symbols probably either different deities or maybe champions of what this place is worshiping. Yeah, that's probably what they are in reference to. But with previous checks, unfortunately, that's about as far as you can get with even a high roll such as that now.
Okay, and you said there are like people walking about. Are they like other monks or?
They just seem to be
citizens,
townspeople.
Okay. He'll stop one of the townsfolk and say, pardon me, could you tell me what this chapel is for?
Yeah, he'd stop a young man as he's about to leave after staring out into the mountains for a while. Yes, this is just a place where we come to commune with the spirits of the mountains. It's past heroes and guardians and people that their spirits went on to help continue to protect all of those that live under the shadow of the mountains.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the information.
Of course.
And he'll turn over to Kelborn. Well, unfortunately, it's not a church of Hillmater, but I've been itching to get inside of a chapel again. Why don't we check it out?
Hey, that sounds like a good idea.
And Siegfried will proceed to go through the front door.
Yeah, and yeah, it's like you like generally have been in that area already just because there is no walls to it. But yeah, you can walk up like onto the actual platform and look out over this just beautiful scenery of mountains in the distance. You can see down to the city below you in the different foothill areas, and just see this beautiful landscape all around you.
Those items we saw, I'm just getting clarification. They were physical items, or were they like depictions of items?
They were engravings in the pillars.
Okay.
Yep.
Never mind. Cool.
And Siegfried just wants to kind of look around the chapel, just kind of take in, I guess, the architecture. Is that something he kind of misses, within being inside the church?
Yeah, it's very, very well made. Most of it made out of stone. And again, just like the open aspect of this allows a lot of airflow through. So it's this really crisp, fresh mountain air that's flowing through this area. And every once in a while, you do get like a faint uplift of airflow. And I'll say with your 22 roll earlier on religion, it has something to do with the people that are here communing with what you were told were the spirits of the mountains. They seem to, like, as you look around, you see people get some sign of relief or like just a general uplift to their person as these like wisps of increased airflow come through the pavilion here.
He'll turn to Kelborn. Kelborn, do you worship any deities or gods?
Not really.
Well, maybe this is a chance for you to try it.
I think so. What deity do you think this is?
Unfortunately, I can't tell. The townsfolk just said it was spirits of the mountains.
Spirits of the mountain, that sounds kind of interesting. Inside this chapel, what am I looking at? You said it's like an open air chapel. Yep. Is there like pews? Is there anything?
There's some benches, but they don't seem to be part of what these people are using to commune with these spirits, from what you can assume. So most of the people that seem to be actively doing something are standing along the outside, like looking out into the mountains as they like close their eyes and stand still and breathe in. but like there are benches here if people just want to sit in this space and spend time here. But yeah, there's nothing like, it's not like a church, a traditional church where you have pews, or anybody leading a sermon or anything.
Is there somebody sitting on any of those benches?
Yeah, there's two people talking on one of the benches.
Before I give it a shot, Siegfried, I think I'm gonna find out a little bit more. You know, it wouldn't be smart to pray to an archdemon or devil or something. You know?
So, quick question. Since this is, you know, you said it was a non-traditional church, would it be like sacrilege for Siegfried to pray to Ilmater, even though he's not in a church of Ilmater? Like, he's in what seems to be almost, I know, like the spirits of the mountain, but like it almost seems like an open chapel.
Yeah, you don't see any reason why it would be wrong to, because yeah, there is no like specific deities being not put on display, that's the wrong words, but it's not like leaning towards any specific deities. And even in other like churches or sanctuaries you've been in, for the most part, as long as it's not like an extreme end god where they're like, no, don't do that here, for the like even in Neverwinter you could still pray to Ilmater without bringing sacrilege to that sanctuary or church.
Okay. Well, I think I may take a moment to pray to Ilmater. I do quite enjoy this chapel. Would you like to join me, and perhaps I can enlighten you a little bit?
You know, I can only take in one religion at the time. We'll have plenty of time on the road, I'm sure, but I'd like to learn a little bit more about this one while we're here.
Very well. I'll be over in that pew if you'd like to get me when you're done. And Siegfried will head over to the pew and begin to pray to Ilmater.
All right, you want to sit at one of these benches here and start to pray. Roll me a religion check. And are you praying anything specifically to him?
I guess Siegfried would be praying, you know, just towards this entire situation. He'd be praying about that dream as well, and that maybe Siegfried can, or that Ilmater can, you know, grant him the strength to really see this mission through and to, you know, help his allies and keep his allies alive and things like that, and help the world.
All right.
You said a religion check?
Yep, religion check.
That's a 10.
You do feel like the wind just pick up a little bit, and you feel like it's not that you feel spirits physically around you, but you do feel like things moving through this wind, and they seem to have some kind of similarity, again, wrong word, but close to similarity to you, like almost maybe if these spirits of the mountains are here and are reacting to these people's prayers, maybe these were spirits that in life praised Ilmater as well, and they kind of give you an uplifting feel, not too much because it is still Ilmater, but they do give you a feeling of security through this suffering that you are taking on. And as you pray, Kelborn, you were walking over to these two people speaking to each other.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Good
two
day.
older gentlemen sitting on the bench.
Mind if I take a seat next to you?
Oh, not at all, son.
Better
Come sit down. Plenty of space. I mean, there's other benches, but feel free. Feel free.
Oh, I'm new here, and me and my friend, we took quite a fancy to You're a legend here. It's nothing like we've seen before. I was wondering what you could tell me about it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's spirits of the mountains, of course. It's just spirits of past people who have done good things for this land, have gone out of their way and possibly even put their lives on the line to better everybody that's lived within the shadow of the mountains. Heroes, or even just doing good for your community, can bring you to be part of the spirits.
What do you ask them for when you pray?
Advice, help on things. You can kind of bring any problem to them and see if you can get any guidance for it. Sometimes they don't always have the answers, of course. They're not gods, but they do what they can where they can.
Do you often pray to a specific one, or just them in general? Is there
just
ones that are
general
more favored?
No, they're just a general one typically.
My friend was kind of eyeing the iconography around. What could you tell me about those?
Oh, those are icons of past champions. Once in a while, the spirits will choose a champion to help further their protection on the people around here. Unfortunately, we haven't had one for, has it been 32 years roundabout? They haven't picked anybody since the last one, unfortunately. But someday they'll choose a new one when the right person comes along.
Is that person usually someone from this town, or would they be from anywhere?
Could be from anywhere. Just as long as they're good-hearted and generally are looking to better the lives of those that live here in Faerun, not just Udengaulde, but anywhere that the shadow of the mountains touches.
Well,
which is
nice.
figurative speech, obviously. It's not the literal shadow of the mountain.
Now, how do you know when a new champion's been decided? Is there like a sign or a prophecy?
Well, the spirits generally gather to them, give them divine powers, and usually if one is thought to be a champion, if they're brought here, they kind of shows itself in different ways. But yeah, they give the divine favors to those folk.
So those icons, a shield and all those, were those weapons of the champions, you said?
Yep, typically things they'd be known for, how they help to protect the people.
Are those like put away in a museum somewhere we could visit?
Depends. Some are buried with theirs. Others are used by other people. Yeah, depends on if they had something they wanted done with them in life that they decided, or if people who survived them took them on for them, family members and such.
Yeah. Right. That's fascinating, truly.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's not my history to tell, I guess, but I'm glad the way I told it was entertaining enough to you.
Do you bury your dead in graveyards or more in burial mounds, or?
Depends. We do have a mortuary next door. Some people are in crypts there, others are burned. I know what you're fishing for.
All right. yeah, are there any of these chosen from the previous guardians, or walking around with any of these weapons?
Oh, well, I guess the most recent, the one I know of, the shield, is with the champion's mother. She still lives on the outskirts in the plains.
Right, that's fascinating. What's her name?
It's why did I forget my own character's last name?
Where can we find it?
Hold on, my brain is
Takun.
just completely Takun. There it is. Helena Takun lives out in the plains. It's a house on a hill out on the outskirts in the plains. She's very old, doesn't really take visitors much anymore, but maybe if you sweet talk her, you can look at the shield if you are really that interested.
Yeah, that sounds fascinating. Truly. Well,
yeah, it's an inspiring thing to see. Unfortunate loss of that champion at such a young age, but
perhaps
she went down protecting. So
perhaps I'll pray to her. Right now, what's her name?
Volida Takun was her name.
I just say it. There we go. Okay. Right. Well, thank you for your time. I feel a greater connection already to your people.
Of course. Well, thank you for an outsider taking so much time to learn about our culture. It's been,
of course,
a treat.
Hey. I will close my eyes. And I'll just kind of like rate spirits of the mountain. It's me, Kelborn. I hope you're doing good. And look over me and my new comrades as we do this strange mission I've been set on. Anyways, thank you. Bye. I need to work on my accent so bad. I didn't practice today.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I forgot my own character's last name, so what do you think? You can roll a religion check with that.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, like you feel the wind pick up a bit and your hair flutters in the breeze. And a general uplifting feeling to you.
I got some good intel.
Yeah. All right. As the two of you spend a little time here and eventually make your way out, we'll go over to Kevhorn, who's shopping, baby. Swipe that card. Try it again.
I'll be right back.
As you enter this market space, you can see there's a lot of different vendors. People selling food, bakers selling their fresh breads and pastries. Not much fish here, as in a very landlocked city. But yeah, there's like just different odds and ends, different wares. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Cleansing stone.
Of course you are. Do you have the money for a cleansing stone yet?
I don't know. But as Kevforn's walking through this marketplace, he probably thinks that he doesn't have enough money. He just went here for a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Because as he's walking through all the noises, all the people around him, all he has to push through, he can still feel it behind him, even though he didn't command it to go outside. It's still creeping behind him. Then he stops and just closes his eyes and tries to distract himself with his surrounding, but God, you're not me. You're not me. I'm something else. I control you. God, maybe I should have went to that chapel. I don't. And he'll just walk in a daze, hoping he might find a shop that sells something magical, like a cleansing stone, but he's mainly here for distraction.
All right, roll me. Let's do a wisdom check for this.
For a cleansing stone? I know.
Well, not specifically a cleansing
I
stone,
know.
but like a general sensation of what you're rolling.
I rolled a poo-poo caca. I rolled a
Caca.
7.
7. Yeah, like you're trying to let this environment just wash away all of those thoughts of this thing that's always following you, these different versions of yourself, and it's all like it's not enough to take those thoughts away, and you're kind of just lost in your own mind and don't see anything that particularly stands out to you to draw your attention away from those thoughts that would be important enough to focus your mind on, and just kind of meander your way through the marketplace. Is there anything else you'd like to do while you're here?
If it's not getting any better, I would just go back towards the group.
Okay, you start making your way towards the residential area of the midtown, mid-city here, where Benjamin is procuring a room for all of you. You make your way to this Mountain View Inn and head inside. This person behind a small desk in the entryway is, welcome. Will you be staying with us tonight or visiting guests?
Yes, can I please get a room?
This is Benjamin's here by himself right now.
I ran in.
Yes, myself and 3 other companions are going to be staying here. We're on business from Lord Greystone.
Oh, of course. I assume he gave you accommodations then here, if he sent you here. How many rooms? It's one for each of you, or?
If possible, we don't want to be a strain on you if you don't have.
Oh no, yes, we have plenty of room. We can get 4 rooms for all of you. Food sent up to you, and hot water for baths if you'd like.
Excellent. I know one of my companions will be looking for a bath.
Yeah, just hands out the keys to you. Is there anything you want to do while you're by yourself before everybody starts to join you?
Is this an inn and tavern, or is this just an inn?
This is just an inn.
Okay. Then while I'm there, I would ask, where is I'm not extremely familiar with this city. What tavern would you suggest for someone to visit?
I suppose it depends on what kind of company you're looking to keep.
I'm looking for people who may have ranged out into the mountains on various businesses.
Well, you could try Miner's Rest. It's where a lot of the mining miners, you know, the miners go after their hard days of work, and some other people that come in and out of the city of Lot go there as well. It's a little rougher down there. Nothing crazy. It's not like a seedy underbelly or anything, but just hardworking folk trying to look for some rest. We also have a tavern here, the Foothills. It's a tavern. It's not fancy. It's just more the village folk go to. You could try either of those.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate the information.
Of course.
Make the children mine.
Mining children. But before too long, I think Cat Horn's probably the first one to show up. and then Siegfried and Kelborn join a little while after.
Yeah, when Kevhorn shows up, I let him know they're getting bathwater ready for you. You have your room. I'll wait for the others.
Straight up.
Benjamin sneaks in while he's having his bath and just holds him under.
Dumps a bunch of salt in, holds him under. About 2 pounds of salt, y'all.
How much would you need to cut the salt?
Make it salt water, so it's an ocean.
Damn.
That's how it works. So Kevhorn goes up to his room, takes his bath, and the other two of you enter. Benjamin is waiting for you with keys.
Kevhorn is getting washed up. We all have rooms for the night. There's a couple different taverns. One that I was thinking of going and speaking to some people there. I don't know if you want to join or spend the night in the rooms, whatever you wish, whatever works best for you.
I mean, I don't mind going to talk to some folk. I actually got a good piece of information while I was at the chapel. Their sorry, that's offensive. Their religion here in town, they have champions and they seem to have these different artifacts to go with them. I may have found out the location of one of those artifacts. Might be of some use. Not, apparently sometimes the champions or the spirits themselves choose a new champion. So, perhaps we could convince, someone that is one of us.
I mean, it's certainly something to look into. Any boons we can gain seem to be what we're looking for.
Yes, apparently one of the guardians who's now deceased mother took her shield and now lives in the plains nearby.
All right. What time of day is it?
I'd say it's like mid-afternoon at this point.
Okay, acceptable time to go to people's houses. Great. And miners won't be getting drunk after work yet.
Yep.
Okay.
They won't.
Those damn miners. Bad kids.
Yes. Probably be best if we go and talk to them now. Once everyone's cleaned up, if you wish to, before it gets too late, and then after everyone has, in the evening, more go to some of the taverns to speak to some of the folks there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't take a full bath, but I freshen up a bit. Get some of the road stank off of me.
I take a full bath.
Siegfried is also trying to get all the blood off and, all that stuff.
All right, yeah, you guys get all cleaned up. Anything else you want to do before you all head out to talk to an old lady?
Were we doing talking to the old lady, or were we talking to miners?
Yeah, whichever one you want to do. I assumed you were going to houses before, while it was still kind of midday, but you don't have to.
Yeah, we were going to talk to Helena first before it's late.
Okay, cool.
And then go talk to all the mining folk after they get done with work, because probably not going to be a bunch of people there yet.
Gotcha.
No, I think Benjamin has a bit of a moment, just in his room as he's getting cleaned up, of just thinking to himself, almost half praying of oh, that could have fucking went better with the Forge Master. Okay, it worked out though. As long as they don't communicate too quickly, if they do, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. It's not that bad. They just won't send equipment and we'll just get our stuff back. It'll be fine. We just won't take it. It'll be fine. It'll all be okay. Okay. Just like scrubbing his face.
Yeah.
Similarly, California is scrubbing also, trying to get all the dirt and blood off of his skin to try not to see himself in that deathly echo of his.
Yeah, you're scrubbing it away, and like you'll take your hands down from your face to wipe all the suds off, and you just see your owlbear pawing at the water.
I forgot the freaking owl bear is still here.
Yeah.
Hoot.
Realizing he's just like going a little crazy on this. This is like skin's a tad raw.
Mhm.
He'll just dip himself down into the water and just like try and calm down. But yeah, no. Other than that, nothing else.
Yeah. You get all preened up and ready. Everybody communes. Your young owlbear cub is there. I hate that I can't remember your damn pixie's name.
Thanks.
Finks. I keep remembering the last part, but not the first letter. Finks is hiding in your armor as she's been doing. Huey's a hawk right now, correct?
Yeah, I would have turned him back into a hawk, or
Yeah,
he would have been a hawk as we're traveling.
He's probably waiting outside on the cart as he tends to do.
Yeah.
But reconvenes with you as you come outside, and you are free to make your way to wherever you wish to go.
Kelborn, did they say where this person lives?
Just outside of town, on the hill, in the plains. But perhaps we could talk to somebody in town and say, we have a message for Helena. Could you point us in her direction?
Yes. I'll ask the front desk person at the inn where Helena Takun might be found.
Oh, yes. If you go down to the farmland, the plains is what we call them here. It's the farmlands at the bottom of the foothills here. As you're going towards the gate, you're gonna take a left and go through those streets, and you'll see you'll come to some residents, some farms, and you just follow that road straight through their like little town square they got going on over there, and then straight out, and you'll see it's a house by itself. It's kind of up on a little bit of a hill plateau thing, and she lives by herself out there. Some people come help her once in a while, obviously, because she's in her 90s now. So,
excellent. Thank you very much.
of course, yes, yes. Try not to get her too excited or anything. I mean, people go to see the shield every once in a while. Not as of late, because everybody kind of has up at this point. But like, she's used to having people. What I'm saying, just not. Again, she's older.
Don't overwhelm her. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
I don't know what your friend said, but yes.
Don't overwhelm her.
Sorry, it's the accent. I couldn't quite understand what he said.
As we're walking away, just turned to everyone else like, maybe we should have left even earlier. If she's 90, she could already be asleep.
Does anyone here know how to tell if an item is magical?
No.
No?
That's far too practical for me to have.
I mean, because there's no point in trying to convince her that we need it in order to defeat some giants if, it's not magical. I assume it is if she's this amazing guardian person.
I mean, we can start the conversation, ask her about it, kind of suss out if it seems to be magical or not, or if it was just the feats of the person wielding it, and then potentially move on from there. If it seems to be non-magical, then we get a nice story out of it from an old lady and make her day. If it is magical, perhaps we can convince her to part with it for a time.
Right, yeah, I mean, we could always return it after.
Yes. Yeah, continue on. Following the directions. Also just like keeping an eye out for other things of interest as we're going through town.
Yeah, you guys can, whoever's looking out and about can do perception checks as well.
Yes, I will perception check.
Ooh. I got a 17.
Siegfried got a 9.
Sick.
6. And what'd you get, Kelborn? Sorry.
18.
18. As you all are you taking the cart or are you just walking?
Just walking.
Just walking.
I would also say I'm leaving the majority of my stuff in my room, and I'm having Huey watch over it. So Huey's inside of my room watching over my stuff.
Okay, perfect. As you're making your way towards the main marketplace before you head down the side of the mountains here, you do see both Kelborn and Benjamin would see looks like a elven man, is wearing like hides and has a longbow on his back. It seems to be bringing some like hides and meats to the marketplace. Probably somebody from that was outside of town bringing stuff in to sell. But other than that, nothing too fancy as you make your way.
I mean, do you think that person there might know a thing or two about the giants? They seem well traveled.
Possibly. They seem to like be doing business though.
They aren't quite to the marketplace yet. They're just on their way to there. Because you guys aren't going to the marketplace, you wouldn't see them in there. They're just walking that direction.
Okay,
but
so
bringing
like,
stuff with them to sell.
Yeah, they're not like on the same path as us.
They're pretty close to where you're at now, but they're not following the same path. No, they're like a few paces off as you're passing through.
Okay.
I mean, we can split up.
Yeah, I'll just take the couple steps over, kind of keeping watch with them, and just like call out as I'm doing there and say, excuse me, sir. I know this is a bit, forgive the intrusion. I have a couple questions for you if you have a moment. Or if you're staying in town, I can speak with you later.
Oh, no, I'll probably be heading back out of town after I've done selling. What is it? Did you want to buy some of these, or?
Possibly. Also, what I'm more interested in is if you have any information about the outlying environment or mountains, especially.
Oh, well, I do my hunting in this area and within the few miles where I need to go, so go ahead and see. I may be able to help you.
It's a bit of a strange question. Have you encountered any stone giants in any of your travels?
Oh, no, I haven't. They don't really come out of the... I've hunted in the area they live, but they don't really come out of the mountains over there. Why are you looking to... What are you looking for stone giants for?
We have business that we need to speak with a couple of them.
I mean, if you want to tangle with stone giants, be my guest.
Well, hoping not to tangle with them at all, just hoping to speak with them quite cordially.
Well, I assume you're looking for some way to get to them?
Yes, we were told they have made their home in the mountains, but no one had specific information as to where to find them inside of there.
Oh, well, I know of a way in, but you're not going to like it.
Oh.
Try me.
There's a cave system that apparently I haven't been all the way through it, but what the word is around there is it goes directly to the stone giants' fortresses. The unfortunate thing is it's ridden with giant spiders. So if you're brave enough to get through that, you can make your way right to the stone giants. Apparently, again, I've never been. I don't want to get webbed up and my innards dissolved and sucked out of me, you know.
Yes, it's best to avoid that whenever possible. But thank you. That's more information than we had before. Where is the entrance to the cave system?
Oh yeah, if you you like pull out your map.
Yeah.
And he puts an X on the here. I will do it on our Sword Coast map that we have here. It's not going to be incredibly, but I'll give you more information too. That will help with it.
We received a new quest marker.
Yes.
But it's one of those that's like it's an area thing that you have to search where it's like it's somewhere in here. You got to find the right cave though. Good luck, buddy.
If you head right here, it's a giant blue X. I'm so sorry, I don't have very good parchment.
That's farther east than I thought they were. Okay.
Yes, you head there. You'll as soon as you see it, there's a beautiful lake right before you get to the mountains. There's a cottage there. Somebody lives there by herself. Just kind of a hermit, you know. Kind enough if you want to stop in for a chat or anything to eat, you can. But otherwise, you just go right up the mountains there, and you'll see it's a large crevasse in the side of the mountain that you'll be able to crawl. You'll see webs everywhere. You'll know exactly when you find it.
Excellent.
Do you know anything else about stone giants?
I mean, let's see. Yeah, I mean, from what I hear, they're kind of off in their own world, so to say. They don't hold on to our reality the same way we do, from what I hear. Again, I haven't really interacted with them, but...
You heard any stories about, things that they need, have traded for in the past, or...
I know they're really into their crafts, a lot of stone crafting things, so maybe something with that.
Thank you.
Of course.
What kind of wares are you selling?
Oh, I've got a lot of hides here. I've got some fox hides, some rabbit. It's just raw materials. They're not made into anything yet. And of course, some meats too. I got some cured meats if you need any kind of rations or anything.
And do a Zavros check.
A Zavros check? Yeah, you can roll for a Zavros check, I guess.
I rolled a 4.
It's not a Zavros. Zavros is a half elf.
Ah, true. Okay.
Just an elf hunter.
I don't need anything right now, but I do thank you for the time and information, and I'll pass him 5 silver.
Oh, thank you. Yes, of course. I mean, if you need anything else, let me know. I could lead you over there if you need when you go, or I'm not going in that cave again. On right price maybe, but I don't think you can afford that.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think you're poor.
Well, I mean,
okay, buddy.
You think you're not as rich as he would be asking for.
We have the whole financial backing of Neverwinter, so...
That's a bit more.
Do you actually say that?
Of course.
Roll a deception check.
Ooh. Absolute poker face.
Can I help him with it?
Dude, this is actually
that's totally legit.
23.
Holy shit.
I mean, if you're a bunch of hired hands from Neverwinter with their money at your back, you might be able to afford my services. Just I need the money in advance, just in case you die during it.
That's the problem right there.
Does seem to be. Well, if that changes, let me know. I won't be in town, I guess. So I guess that doesn't really make a difference.
Yes, we'll be staying the night here. We have other business that needs to finish in the morning. So,
of course. Well,
appreciate your offer as a guide, but seems like we'll be able to make our way there easily enough.
All right. Well,
this die is like my lucky die, dude. I have no idea why I have not been using this one the whole time.
All right. So yeah, he continues on as do all of you, with some new information of where you're going next. But you continue making your way. Let's go back to the Udengaulde map. Udengaulde overview, I should say, is not necessarily a map. And you start making your way down the side of the foothills, into the farmlands and the plains.
Oh, that's right.
And nothing stands out to you. There are like people milling about, going about their days, but nothing that really attracts your attention away from what you're doing. And you start getting out of the low end bustle of this area, and start to make your way to this road that leads off to this single cottage on a small hill. And you can see it sitting up there as you make your way. Very quiet in this part of town. Again, nobody else is around here. As you make your way up to this small cottage.
Yeah, I will knock on the door and say, Mistress Takun, are you in?
Let's find out. You don't hear anything.
I'm gonna knock, wait a couple seconds, knock, and then say the same thing louder because she is 90. Really project my voice.
Okay. Do a performance check.
Ooh, that's not gonna work. That's only a 9. Rolled like shite on it.
Luckily, she rolled really good on her perception this time. So it takes a little bit, but you do hear like some shuffling inside, and then the door slowly creaks opens. You see, again, an older woman, very old woman, like a slight hunch. You can see her once blonde hair is now grayed and put up into a bun, and she's wearing just a pretty humble dress and an apron, smock kind of thing around her waist. It's not like the full apron. And who do I owe the pleasures of being on my doorstep today?
Yes, I'm Benjamin. This is Kelborn, Kevhorn, and Siegfried. My companion Kelborn was speaking to some of the other members and heard that you still hold one of the tools of one of the guardians of the spirits of the mountains, and he was quite interested in seeing it and learning more about it. Kind of motion over to Kelborn.
You do look like a very a collective sort of adventurers.
Yeah, that we are.
Of course, yes. Yes, if you want to come inside and see the shield my daughter used, you feel more than free. I was actually, I just had some muffins made earlier. If you would want some of those as well, I could start a pot of tea if you'd like, or
of course.
I don't know how long you plan on staying.
It's I mean, yeah, you could stay for tea, right?
Yes.
Wow, it's wonderful in here. Is this herringbone? I point to the floors.
What did he say? I didn't catch his accent.
I just smile and nod most of the time.
He was asking what type of flooring it was. He was quite appreciative of it.
Yes, sorry. The DM also didn't understand what he said, so I didn't care to ask. No, it's just wooden floorboards, oak, I think.
It's quite nice. You must have upkept it very well.
Yes, I've got people helping me with it these days, but yes, well, come in, come in. It's come in. It's like the living area is directly in the doorway. There's a couch as well as a couple of chairs sitting around a large, like, what would be a coffee table nowadays, circular. It's got a pot with some flowers in it. And there's a large, not a large, there's a fireplace as well off to the side where you can see sitting up above the hearth a large wooden shield that seems to have a lot of like connecting segments in it, like almost like there's like small planks of wood all over the place that make up the shield. And then in the center of it, a large bear skull that seems to have been dipped in some kind of metal to make it tougher, because you'd assume if it's on the shield, it's getting hit, so it needs to be stronger than bone. So at some point, it got dipped in some kind of metal.
To point that out.
Yeah, and you can kind of see almost like a gauntlet glove hanging behind the shield as well. It seems to be attached to a gauntlet. As you all make your way into this area, and Helena makes her way into the kitchen, which is attached to this living area, starts putting the kettle on over a small fire. And as she sets it on there, then she goes over to one of the countertops and starts taking muffins from a tray, putting them onto another dish. And she starts walking over to all of you. What do any of you sit down? Do you stand? What do you do when you enter this space?
Yeah, find a chair to sit. I don't know how many chairs she has available.
I go into art gallery mode and I put my hands crossed behind my back and looking at the shield.
I will look at pictures if she has any, like family photos.
Oh, yeah, there's some painted portraits. Yeah, there's paintings. We can get to those after what Siegfried does.
Yeah, he'll try to sit near Benjamin, as close as he can without being weird.
Yeah, there are 3 chairs and the couch, so each of you can take a chair. Kevin, as you're looking around at painted portraits, do a perception.
That is a 11.
An 11. You do see a few. There's not like a ton because it's going to cost a lot of money to get a bunch of different paintings made. But you do see one of what looks like, from what you can tell, a younger Helena alongside a very tall man who's wearing like a lot of hides, and his skin is very pale, and he has these red markings all over his face and arms. And then a very young girl as well, auburn hair pulled back into a very messy ponytail, and is wearing like some plain clothes. It has freckles on her face and very light markings similar to the man's on her face as well.
I'm just looking. I'm not gonna make a comment.
Okay. Yeah, she brings over the muffins. Like, they're blueberry with a little bit of extra sugar sprinkled on top of them. I'm glad people stop by so that just the people that tend to me don't have to eat them all. Hands the dish, or like puts the dish in front of each of you to take one.
Can I do like a sort of like a medicine check and see how she's like holding up?
Yeah, you can do medicine check.
13.
She's doing surprisingly well for a woman her age. Like, okay. She moves slow, but it's not like she doesn't look like she's in pain when she's walking. She's able to, like, her thought processes seem all like pretty well in place. So yeah, she seems to be doing incredibly well for a woman of her age.
Gives Kelborn a slight smile of happiness to see that.
Yes. So this was her shield. It was made by one of our forge masters here before the magical forge, of course. The first of its kind, a collapsing shield.
Oh. So it's before the magical forge.
Yes. Yeah. The shield itself wasn't magic when it was first made, but because of the gauntlet attached to it, she could close her hand, and the mechanisms in it would allow the shield to collapse into the gauntlet, so she didn't have to have it out at all times, and then she could close it again and it would reemerge. And of course, she did her own adjustments over the years. There's a bit of magic in it now that she's done after the forge was put into place.
What were some of your daughter's accomplishments? We're not from the city, so we don't know much about her.
Oh, she did a lot for closer towards the Sword Coast was where the majority of her adventures took her. Of course, a lot of help in the town of Phandelver, those kind of things. She was lady of the town for a while as well. After she was done with her adventuring, she made the anvil that's in our spellforge, using the spellforge that's over towards the Sword Coast, so that she could bring some of its magic here. It's not as powerful as that forge, but it gets the job done for what she did. And unfortunately, she did pass very early in her life, defending the town from a great siege, but what she did saved us, so I couldn't be more proud of her.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I pray
It's been
that
hard.
Ilmater relinquished her of all pain before her passing from the material plane.
I appreciate that. Yes, it's been very lonely after her and her father both passed, but I get many visitors like you, and it brings joy to my heart to see new adventurers getting some kind of encouragement from my daughter's shield, or whatever it is they come to get out of seeing her shield.
Hey, what if I told you your daughter's shield could be used once again for a greater purpose?
Oh, how would that be?
It's coincidental you mentioned it. We have come south from Phandelver here to investigate great happenings that are starting to brew here. We met with the town master there and a seer who lives in the forest outside of it now that directed us here to get better equipped for the challenges that are coming ahead.
Oh.
And when I heard of your daughter's shield, it felt like that could be what they're here for.
All right, so what we will do for this, first, I'm going to have Kelborn do a new religion check. This will only bolster further rolls. It's not going to hinder you if you fail it. But yes.
Okay, I mean, I have a -1. Hey, it's a 14. I mean, it's not terrible.
Hey, that's good. So what I'm going to have Benjamin now do is you can roll with advantage, and then whatever is the higher number, you will then roll again and take the higher of those two because the religion check was successful. For persuasion this time.
Yeah. Okay. So that's already pretty good. Okay, so that is going to be a 22.
All right. Yeah, as you two bring your case to Helena, and Kelborn calls back to how this like the spiritual part of this, the spirits of the mountains part of this, the windows on this cottage open and a breeze comes through. Not like vigorous, it's like they open and then a breeze comes through and fills the space. And you can see it blowing through Helena's hair, and she stops to take in your words and feels the breeze on her face. I believe you. There's something different about all of you. I don't know what it is, but it seems you all are meant to do something great, and if you believe the shield will bring you there, and the spirits seem to agree, you can take my daughter's shield with you to undertake this task.
We promise to return it if we're not all dead.
I'd appreciate that.
Yes, we only seek to increase its glory.
She gets up from the chair that she was sitting in and walks over to the hearth, reaches up gingerly and takes the shield off the wall. Kills all of you. No, she takes it out. Turns around. Who will be wielding the shield?
I thought about it. I was like, what if nobody wants the shield? Oh shit.
Kevhorn uses a shield, correct?
I use a shield. I don't know if anyone else uses shield.
I don't use a shield.
Siegfried has a shield, but I asked
It's
for a
between the
shield
two.
from the
Yeah, but he's getting the different magical one. Yeah, I would motion over to Kevhorn.
All right. Well, here you. What was your name again?
Yes, oh, sorry.
Yes.
My name's Kevhorn.
Kevhorn, I give you this, the shield of my daughter, Volley to Tikkun, the champion of the spirits of the mountains, to once again save our lands and keep them safe. And she hands it to you gauntlet first so that you can put your hand into it, and it's on your left hand.
He'll put in his hand.
Yeah, you put your hand into the glove, and you can feel like these metal rings on the inside of the glove. The glove is a little big for you, but you do feel like these metal rings go onto like the first knuckle of each of your fingers. And as you like flex your fingers a little bit and you close your hand, you can see, looking from the backside of the shield, you can see all these like metal pieces going to all these segments of wood that make up the shield. And as you close your hand, it and like instantly all the wooden segments break down and suck in behind this bear skull. So you just have a gauntlet with a bear skull now on your hand.
Thank you. I will try to do her right by her name.
I know you will. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, the tea. Sorry. She starts making her way over into the kitchen, starts getting the tea ready. Kevhorn, you won't have all of the aspects of the shield to start off, but for your awareness, as of right now, you have a +3 shield. So instead of +2, it's +3.
Oh, okay. So it's a +1 shield.
Yes, it's a +1 shield, but you get +3 from the shield.
Okay, gotcha.
You can cast the shield spell off of it 3 times per day.
Nice.
And once a day, you can use what's called an advanced shield, and it makes you invulnerable to everything but a crit for 1 reaction, like for 1 round.
Damn.
I'm gonna need you to give me all that after.
I didn't expect you guys to get this.
I was gonna say, did you even expect us to do this?
No,
I'm sorry.
No. I'm glad you did because it's really cool. It's my character's shield, and now you have a legendary item. So, and it'll give like this isn't everything. There will be more as you prove yourself. It's kind of like a second keepsake. But yeah, she gets the tea ready and passes it out to all of you.
yeah, spend a good bit of time here, just like talking and all that type of stuff. Nothing we actually need to role play, but like so that it's more than a 10-minute conversation.
Yeah.
We take her shield and just like, okay, bye, thanks, lady.
Yeah, you spend your time with Helena. And then do you also want to go to the tavern tonight?
I don't know if we need to. If we have a way in, I'm not too scared of giant spiders.
No, giant spiders not too scary, but yeah.
All right. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to do.
Just head back to the inn.
Yeah, head back to the inn for the evening. Do your evening routines. And we are going to go to a break. And when we come back, our group will be getting their items from the forge.
Woo.
So, be ready for that in a few moments. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I don't know why I say that. It's like it's half a second for all of you. I don't need to reintroduce, but here we are. But our group had just visited the house of the mother of one of the past champions of the Spirits of the Mountains, received a legendary shield from her, and then returned back to the inn to sleep for the night. So now the next morning, you can assume your items will be ready now, if not soon, after you've obviously gotten ready for the day, eaten which food has been provided to you, and start to make your way down the side of the mountain again.
Yes. Yeah, heading straight there. Hoping that Benjamin is also like trying to move a little bit quicker, hoping like I don't know who they can talk to, like trying to get our shit and get out before they have too much time to ask questions.
All right. You enter the entry cavern of this forge and mine. There's a few people moving around, and you do see somebody stops, comes up to you. An older gentleman is wearing like a blacksmith smock, and is like a little crouched over. The Grand Forge Master asked me to wait for you. You all seem to fit the description of who she said would be coming. I assume you're waiting for your items, yes?
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Yes, we've been loading up other equipment to send to Neverwinter, but she's still in the forge, finishing up some last touches on your weapons. If you'd like to follow me in, you can come into the Grand Forge itself and check it out.
Excellent.
All right. You follow him in. And as you get deeper, it's like built into the mountain. As you get deeper down this tunnel, the air starts to heat up to almost an uncomfortable temperature as you make your way in. And this tunnel opens into another grand cavern. As you come through the archway, you can see in front of you, the Forge Master is working on this large glowing anvil that has different runes on it. You can assume some kind of magical runes, glowing blue and fading in and out as she hits with this enormous, very fine looking hammer as well. Almost looks like it's not made out of gold, you can assume, because it would be too soft to use as a hammer, but it has a golden hue to it and runes on it itself. And you can see she's hitting Kevhorn's trident as she's finishing the last touches on it. And you can see there are also two smaller anvils flanking her off to the sides, where two other men are working. They seem to be working on other things, not anything you've ordered. One of them being a dwarf, the other a human male. There's two huge roaring fires on the other side of the room where you can assume that's where they heat up the metals before they work on them. As well as at the back of this cavern, probably the most grandiose thing of this enormous chamber is a giant stone statue of a woman clad in armor, her hands crossed in front of her over her chest. That's in the far back of the cavern side. As the Forge Master is finishing the touches, You can see there's runes on the floor as well that seem to be further empowering this anvil with whatever kind of arcane magic is happening through it, and they glow as well with this blue light. And as you enter, she looks up, kind of wipes some sweat off her brow, readjusts the hood where it might have been moving as she was hammering away. And I just finished the last touches on this trident. I put a little extra on it. I hope you don't mind. You can see there's also a set of armor on a mannequin. A new breastplate seems to have some kind of arcane glow to it, as well as there's a ring sitting on a pedestal near her, and a shield leaning up against like a weapon rack for all of your items.
Yes, thank you for working so hard on all of these. I truly appreciate how quickly you've created these for us.
Oh, I mean, I did what I could with the time I had. She picks up the trident and holds it out to you. Careful, it's still a little warm. So I mechanically made it a +1 trident, so +1 to your attack rolls and damage, as well as that if you're ever in the business of throwing it, you shouldn't have to go and get it. So mechanically, if you throw this trident at the end of your turn, it will return to your hand. So that's nice, but if you're trying to multi-attack or something, you have to wait till the end of your turn, so you can only throw it once on your turn. That kind of stuff. Hands you the trident. It's still warm to the touch, but not too hot to burn your hands. As long as you're not touching the prongs are still pretty hot. She takes off this breastplate from the mannequin, hands it over to you. Kelborn's use your +1 breastplate. It should. I put a little extra in there as well. Should help you when you're fighting against giants. Just what you said you were going to be fighting against. So I put something special in there for that. So
it's wonderful.
Mechanically, when you fight, when you're taking an attack from a creature that has the giant class or giant creature type, you get an additional +2 to your armor bonus. But it's only against when giants try to hit you. Okay. So giants, trolls, that kind of stuff.
When fighting giant type.
Yeah.
Is it a regular +1 other than that, or just the +2 when fighting giants, which is totally...
It's a regular +1 outside of that. So effectively, when you're fighting giants, it's +3 because it's an additional +2.
It's an additional +2? Are you joking?
No.
That is... wow.
I can beat you giants, baby.
Yo, he's gonna fuck us up. We need
this. That's what it sounds like.
Don't be afraid to give your character strong items, because that means you can bust their muttons. Bust their chops, that's what I meant to say. Picks up the shield, hands it over to you, Siegfried. You should be able to help protect your allies with this, especially from further away. So you do get the normal shield increased AC, so +2 to AC from the shield. But additionally, as a reaction on your turn, if somebody within 10 feet of you is going to take damage from a ranged attack, you can redirect it to yourself. So that's ranged attacks and it's ranged spells as well.
Ooh,
nice.
It's like firebolt and that kind of stuff.
Thank you very much, Forge Master.
Of course. And this... hopefully you like what I did with this. As he hands the ring over to you, the band of the ring is silver, and it's like a little worm, not a worm, but like a dragon worm that makes up the band, and then it holds a red gem at the top of it. You can use this to essentially do a dragon's fire breath 3 times a day. So the 15, it's not a dragon's fire breath, it'd be a dragonborn's fire breath essentially. So it's a 15-foot cone, dex save, 8 plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency is the DC save on that. And let me double check the damage, because that's one thing I did forget to look at. I think it's a D10 for Dragonborn. Is that right?
That sounds right.
Breath weapon. It's 2d6 on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. So yes, 2d6.
And that's fire damage, you said?
Yep, fire damage.
Okay. Great. And action to do that?
Action to do that, yep.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. That sounds fantastic. Thank you.
Of course. Again, you can let your superiors know we'll be having weapons on the way. And as she is explaining this to you, suddenly the whole cavern begins to rumble. And like small pebbles start to fall from the ceiling, and everybody starts to look around in confusion and a little bit of panic. As on the far wall, in between one of the fires and the statue, the wall begins to crumble as this very strange piece of machinery starts to rip through the wall. It's almost like a 3-pronged drill spinning, breaking through the wall. And as it stops, it collapses into itself to make one drill. Like slowly collapses into itself to make one drill to leave space on either side of this machine so things can come through. And as that space is made, 2 orange and red serpentine-like creatures slither through. And this room was already hot, but it's starting to heat up even more. And these 2 serpentine-like things slither through. 3 of these weird little, like, they almost look like they're made out of magma. But like their faces almost looks like a skull made up of hardened magma, kind of stumble on through. And from behind them, you hear stomping, as coming into this cavern is an enormous being, bigger than the hill giants you saw before. You see its fiery red hair and its dark metal armor as a fire giant strides into the room. And you hear him barking out orders to these smaller creatures. Get the anvil. We gotta get out of here. Get the hammer if you can. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, shit!
Let's bring you over to the page.
Oh, that's
I don't
good.
know where everybody to be. I'm going to put Yowlbear towards the back.
Where has
everybody else
this
can kind of figure out where they want to be.
red dye been my whole life?
I told y'all.
Just don't want to be like right on everybody else. You know what? I feel like that makes sense. We would have all been lined up.
Ooh, little Huey. Little Huey, we're really in it now.
That's gonna be a problem there.
Oh.
Hey, it's been nice visiting your town. We'll see how. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Dude, we got other things to deal with. Sorry, gotta go.
Dude, this is gonna be crazy.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Remember
That's
how you were
not
complaining about getting extra defense against giants?
I mean, I wasn't complaining. I was like, damn, that's good. We're about to see how good or not.
Okay, these little dumbasses rolled bad. Where are they? Oh, God. They rolled real bad.
How big is this room?
Pretty big. It is a grand forge, after all. And the fire giant himself. Okay.
How much? Huey. What can you do, Huey?
Did anybody roll above a 20?
Yes, I got a 21 with a natural 20.
A 21 with a natural 20. So we got initiative will be
Okay.
Benjamin. 15 to 20 then.
17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
Where's...
See, are we in the same boat again?
What did the other two roll?
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. When we were like trying to recall information about giants, like I should have known that stuff because that's my favorite enemy. Okay, sorry.
Oh, Grizz. Come on, Grizz.
I rolled a 5.
Rolled a 5. What did Siegfried roll?
4.
4.
Good gravy, y'all.
Luckily, it's not the worst.
D&D and Beyond is retired now. I'm moving on to physical dice.
That's what I'm saying. Don't use virtual dice. It's tragic.
My physical dice have been fucking me over.
Hey, I've been doing okay until now, but this session has just been awful for me.
Benjamin.
Okay, this room is big, but I would love it to be bigger. Okay. This is what we're here for. This is all the marbles on the table. So, Huey's gonna be a very brave little boy.
I've been a brave little boy. Where's my treats?
Flies over to give me advantage on this fire giant, as I am going to once again try good old Rave Enfeeblement on him.
All right.
Yes. Okay, that is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Great. So now, he will do half damage on attacks that use strength.
All right. Is it just half on the damage?
Yes. On half damage on weapon attacks that use strength.
All right.
At the end of his turns, he can do Constitution saving throws to remove it.
All right. I might change that a bit. Oh, and only for a reason. You'll see why in a second.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else in your turn?
Yes. Let me actually cast that. That is my action. Bonus action is then going to be summon up my Chain of the Deep, just like right next to that guy.
All right.
Oh, actually, how?
Chain of the Deep. Where is it?
Let me see if I have a range on that. Oh yeah, within 60 feet of me. That's within 60 feet. Okay, great.
Okay.
And then the chain's gonna make an attack. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna hit. Fire giants are pretty beefy. That's an 18.
18's right on the money, baby.
Okay. For 6 cold damage.
6 cold.
And his speed is reduced by 10 feet as well.
Oh.
As I do all of that, and then just like run back here. It's like, okay, great.
Fair enough. All right. So now, Benjamin had the unfortunate situation of going before the layer action. So, the layer action, all around you, the space begins to fill with wind, and it seems like the winds you've all felt before, but it's very high speed winds at this point. You can see strands of divine light going through this wind, and they all make their way towards the back of the cavern and seem to almost impact with the statue, but they seem to be soaking into the statue at the back of this cavern. And as the wind stops, suddenly like fracture line cracks start to fill that statue, and divine light starts to seep out of these cracks. And where the statue had closed eyes before, they open, and divine light pours out of them as the mouth of the statue begins to open as well. And it starts to pull itself away from the wall and rip itself off the platform as this spiritual golem joins the fray. And as it starts to stride forward, and essentially what's going to happen is these two are going to do the majority of the fighting amongst themselves. You guys have enough to deal with. So if you want to help this golem, you can on their turns. Otherwise, she will keep it busy. And there is a fight happening between the two of them that can change the outcome of the entire fight. So what's going to end up happening is each round, I'm going to have one of you roll for the golem. It has a +7 to its attacks, and it's going to roll against the giant. And whoever wins that round gets a tick in their box to see who is winning their fight. One of them has to get 5, and that will end either side of the battle for them. So who wants to do the first round as this golem moves towards this giant and collides with it, just both their hands clutching onto each other's as they start to push against each other.
What am I rolling? Just a D20?
You roll a
plus
D20,
7?
add 7.
That not great. 5 plus 7.
5 plus 7.
It's 12, right?
So with the Ray of Enfeeblement, I'm going to have him roll at disadvantage. I know it's like a minus to his attack. I'm just going to have him roll at disadvantage instead. Or wait, what was the minus to the attack?
It is half damage.
It's half damage. So yeah, I'll just have him roll at disadvantage instead, because they're not necessarily damaging each other. There will be some damage exchanged in case the fire giant wins and he's still standing at the end. But it won't be calculated the same as like if she punched him and does this much damage kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The first roll is really good. So let's see if the disadvantage is bad. Still pretty good. You got a dirty 20.
Okay.
So as the golem collides with this giant, it doesn't have the right footing quite yet. Like it had to break its feet off the pedestal, so they're still kind of jagged. So as it's stepping, it doesn't get the right footing, and it's able to kind of push it back a little bit. Grizz, now roll me a D4, please.
A 1.
A 1. The golem like collides with the wall, and the collision sends a quake through this whole room, and the ceiling begins to crack as boulders begin to fall. Everybody, roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
No.
This is where I die.
Okay. 19.
Oh no. I got a
So used to rolling on D&D and Beyond.
3.
Okay.
18.
And Seyfried got a 14, right?
Yes.
All right, so only Benjamin takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you do like get glazed by a rock that falls to the ground. Yeah, the layer actions aren't as scary as they sound. We're still early level, guys. I'm not going to kill you with a layer action.
Okay, I do, unfortunately. Okay,
layer action is more of a damage over time kind of thing.
I maintained my concentration check on Ray of Enfeeblement.
Nice. All right. And because the giant is essentially sharing the layer action with the golem as its initiative, it will do its Constitution saving throw for the end of the turn to get rid of that.
Are we gonna make it?
Bad. Let's see. Well, an 11.
It failed.
Sorry, I read that wrong. 15.
Shite. That's my DC is 14.
I forget that they put the con saves, like certain con saves in a different, or saves in a different spot. Yep. So he shrugs off the Ray of Enfeeblement as he pushes his golem back into the wall and gets ready to engage with it on the next round. But with that, we move to the fire snakes, which one is there and one is there. They are going to move 10, as they seem to be more engaging on all of you instead of the anvil itself, because they can't carry the anvil. Unfortunately, one makes it to one of the blacksmiths and is going to attack him, which is going to be bad.
Not the
It
dwarf.
sucks to suck.
This does suck to suck.
That's why I ran away.
First attack's gonna hit. Second attack, I think hits as well. 13. What's your armor class, young sir? Yeah, you're just a blacksmith. He does 3 plus 8 plus same amount. 14 points of damage to this poor blacksmith who is still alive.
What?
As the snake just slithers up and bites him and then whips its tail around to hit him. You see bursts of fire coming off of this thing as he howls out in pain, but does not fall to it. Next is this poor blacksmith. He's going to pick up his hammer and go after the snake. Which hits and does he's gonna do this. Sorry, just catching my bearings. Oh, max damage. 9 points of damage back to this snake. I say back, it's a different guy and a different snake. Brings it down to that, but unfortunately, when he hits that snake, you can see the hammer that he swings at it heats up, and he does take some fire damage from hitting the snake. Which is going to be 4 points of fire damage to him.
Good luck, melee folk.
All right. With that, Hellborn, it's finally your turn.
Finally. No.
Finally.
What are these like big scary magma looking dudes in the back here?
So
What are they
they're
doing?
they're like humanoid shaped, but they're like really bulky, so they're like waddling forward. You can see like drips of magma falling from their fingers as they move forward, and they leave tracks behind them, and a bunch of smoke is pouring off of them as they move forward.
Okay. I'm going to cast Confusion. I don't know if it'll get the fire giant. It's a 10-foot radius, and he's like the giant's like close, but he's not majority in it. So that's up to you.
I mean, he's in it, so it'd count.
So I should be able to get everything kind of in that section of the map. Then.
Does it hit everything in that section?
Target to choose.
Okay, very good. So yeah, it'll be the fire snake, the 3 little magma minions, and the fire giant.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Snake. Got a natural 1.
Okay.
Confused. First of the little magma minions. Natural 20. Which is down to an 18. 0 for the other one. And a 4 for the last one. And then where is you? Fire giant. Shit, didn't even make the thing, which that was a good roll, unfortunately. He is going to also roll a natural 1. So, fire snake. 2 of the magma minions and the fire giant all get confusion.
And then don't think I really have any bonus actions I can do at the moment. So what I will do is Hellborn kind of begins to run to sort of spread out some, so we don't just get like pulverized all in one pile.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to actually, Hellborn knows they're after the anvil, so he rushes up sort of in the vicinity of it.
Okay. You do so. With that, it is then the Forge Master's turn. She will pick up her much larger hammer and also come to join you. Actually, she can get right up to these idiots, so she will. And she's going to swing on the first guy. Which she hits with a 22. And does some damage to it as she smashes into this golem with this enormous hammer. All right, it is then going to be Kevhorn.
Let's try this puppy out. I am throwing my trident.
You are throwing your trident.
At this guy.
At that snake, all right.
Oh, dirty 20.
Your eternal hit.
Ooh.
And then this. For 6 damage.
For 6 points of damage as the trident impales into the snake, reels back. Anything else from you?
And it would be a bonus. Would it be a bonus action to recall?
No, at the end of your turn, it will come back on its own.
Well, I will walk up, give it something else to hit at, and put down my echo on this side.
All right. We got... roll a d4.
I forgot about that. Befitting for the one that got crushed by boulders. 1.
A 1 is the drowned Cavhorn Echo shows up again.
How does that happen?
Anything else?
That will be it.
All right, your trident sucks out of the snake and into your hand as you get ready for the next round. It then goes to Siegfried.
Awesome. Siegfried is going to walk up and his eyes are going to begin to glow. No irises or pupils or anything. It's just blue. And all of you begin to have a light radiate around you as he says, Auxilio socis me ad finem doloris. And I am casting Bless.
Ooh. Hashtag blessed.
So that is for Kevhorn, Kelborn, and Benjamin.
Thank you.
All right, anything else from you?
That is it.
Cool. All right, next are the magma minions. There are 2 that are confused. The one that's at the front of the 3 that are grouped here kind of stops and just stands still and stares forward, unable to do anything this turn. The one that's confused next to him starts to flail around wildly and swings at the one that is just standing still. And he is going to hit with his slam attack, and it does 4 points of bludgeoning, but unfortunately, it also does a burst of fire damage, which, you see the initial punch hit, and it collides with this other minion, and it kind of topples for a second, but you see as the heat bursts off of this punch, it starts to rebuild itself as it stands up a little bit. And then this other one, unhindered by confusion, moves forward, and it got its command, so it's actually just going to go straight for the anvil here and try to pick it up. It does get 1 opportunity attack as it goes through, which she's going to miss, unfortunately, the Grand Forge Master, as it puts these magma hands on the anvil and waits for one of the others to come and help pick it up.
That's not good. Okay.
That is its turn. They get to do wisdom saves at the end of their turn for the confusion, correct?
I'm going to say probably, but let me double check. An affected target can't take reaction. At the end of each of its turns, yeah.
All right. So, what is the save?
I believe it's 13 for this.
13. So, unfortunately, one is a 14, the other is a 16. So they are no longer confused.
Got 1 round out of it.
Yeah. And then that brings us back to Benjamin.
I don't know if this is. Well, no, I won't ask that. I just won't ask that question. I have other things to deal with. We're going to risk it. Huey's essentially going to fly 10 feet up in the air so that he can get over and assist me on the magma dude next to the anvil.
Okay.
He would get an attack of opportunity from that one guy?
Oh, I just assumed he was already flying in the air because he was with the giant.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure what level we had him at. That's fine.
Yeah,
however,
I just assumed he was flying.
Cool. So yeah, he goes to give me the help action on that dude, which I'm going to try to hit with an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Ooh, glad I had advantage on that because one of them was a nat 1, but that's a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Great. That's 4 forced damage.
4 force damage.
As well, they're going to move 10 feet away from me.
All right, yeah. It slides backwards underneath the stomping feet of the golem as like you just see the remnants of its magma hands on the anvil as it slides backwards.
Great. And then I'm gonna have my chain attack that one as well.
All right, the wombo combo.
I forgot I was blessed as well. Oh, that's not gonna matter. Well, I'm assuming it's not gonna matter with a natural 1.
That won't matter, no. Natural ones always miss.
Yeah. I doubt it would have hit anyways, even with my bonus. Yeah, so my chain, that's everything for me then.
All right. Next, the layer action. Who wants to roll for the golem this round?
Okay.
All right, roll me a d20, add 7. And actually, the giant does have to do a confusion roll.
Ooh.
True.
I got a 26.
Ooh.
Nice. Well, it rolled a 2 on the confusion, so it didn't even get a chance to defend itself against its 26. As the golem gets back up and shoves this giant, I need a d4 from you.
4.
A 4. Lucky for you, it collides with the wall, and it doesn't do any additional effects this round.
Okay.
So that's a check for either side on the layer actions currently.
It's just giants pushing each other around. It's
Yeah,
great.
just stomping around over this battlefield. All right, it is then going to be the fire snakes again. God, they're gonna kill these poor blacksmiths. The first one that's still on a blacksmith by itself is gonna go after him twice.
That one's confused.
Oh yeah,
It is. Let's roll for it. And also I have to do the wisdom save for the fire giant.
That's true.
It rolled a 1, which I believe is bad for it. No, it's good for it. Or no, wait. No, creature uses all of its movement to move in a random direction. Determine direction, roll a d8. And assign a direction that needs to face the dice. The creature doesn't take an action on this turn. So 1 is going to be up and then clockwise for the rest of them. It rolled an 8, so it's going to move into... It can't. So it just... well, I guess it'll just move around him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to take... I'm going to roll a check for him. He was in combat with the snake, so he didn't see the other snake heat up that man's hammer. So we're going to roll to see if he's smart enough not to swing at that damn snake. Yes, he is smart enough, so he doesn't swing at the snake as it slithers around him and goes towards the brazier on the far side of the room. The other snake, though... What?
My owlbear!
My owlbear! He's going to eat it! The other one is going to turn to you, Kevhorn. It's going to do 1 attack on you and 1 attack on your Echo. So it's going to try and bite you, which is a 12, which I assume misses.
Mm-hmm.
The tail attack is on the Echo, and that's a 10. So they're both going to miss as it tries to interact with this new threat towards it. And then we got some wisdom saves. I'll do Fire Giant first. He's going to fail. The snack is also going to fail. So a couple of failures. Next, then, will be this blacksmith who does not want to fight the snake. He's going to take this moment to disengage and kind of back up behind you here, Benjamin. He's out of his element, and he's seen the adventurer stepping in to take the load of that. So it's his turn. I realized the other guy never got a turn, so he's just going to go on the same turn as him. He's just going to hide over here.
Smart.
Or over here, away from the snake. Next in line is Kelborn then.
Oh, Kelborn. Sorry, I thought you said Kefhorn.
Yep.
All right. Decisions. Decisions. So, I think, again, knowing what I know, knowing their mission. Actually, I see the one over there fighting with Kefhorn and all that. I'm sorry, my brain. I'm just debating everything. Yeah, what I will do, Kelborn takes one step forward again, and readies an action for the next time one of these come by to try and take the anvil. I'm gonna swing at him.
All right, sounds good. It is then the Forge Master's turn. She's gonna swing on the one in front of her. That is going to hit. Another big hit from her to this golem in front of her. Actually, let me make sure. Oh yeah, he needed a little more health from the fire. So she does that big hit, and then it will be Kefhorn.
We poking. Ooh, another good one. 25.
25 will hit.
For 9 damage.
For 9 points of damage. As you stab, how much was it? Sorry, 9?
Yes, 9.
You stab into the snake and it dies as you plunge your trident into it. But your trident does heat up and you take 4 points of fire damage.
It's alright. It's okay. I will action surge and throw my trident at the one behind, all the way by my alcove.
Nice.
The 22.
22 hit.
For 7.
7 points of damage. Trident plunges into its body. Any bonus actions or movement from you?
I'll move closer to it. So 5, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
All right.
That is my...
And the trident comes back to your hand as you finish your turn. Next will be Siegfried again.
Siegfried is going to... I guess I'll move over here. And then... This one is still alive, right?
Yes.
I guess I'll toll the dead it, even though I see
right.
that.
Is that a
wisdom save?
You rolled a natural 1, and I think it has a negative modifier. And it just has no modifier, so natural 1.
Excellent. And that will be... Oh boy. A whole 1 damage.
Whole 1 damage, baby. Anything else from you?
That's it.
That is it. All right. We next then move to the little magma minion boys. None of them are confused anymore. They have a task to do, but there are things in their way that seem to have proved themselves to want to impede their orders. So this one's going to run forward to you. Kelborn, you can take your attack as it also takes this attack on you.
Oh, not my best roll, but I'm blessed.
You are blessed.
So So 13 plus 2 for 15.
15 will hit, and it's gonna miss its attack with only a 12.
Oh, nice. Not great damage. I got 4 plus 2 psychic. 4 plus 2
So
psychic.
6 total, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you cut into it with your giant sword. The other two are going to attack the Forge Master. First one's going to hit. Second one, I think, is going to miss. What's your AC? Well, it should be higher than that. There you go. Yes, second one is going to miss. She had a 9 AC. I'm like, that's not right. You are going to take a lot of damage. 7 plus 7, 14 points of damage to her.
I just realized we have 0 potions amongst all of us.
That is true. She takes this big hit. We have to actually.
We can all heal ourselves, right?
You can heal each other. It takes an action to heal each other. Bonus action to heal yourself once per battle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all have like a mechanic or a spell that we can use just to heal ourselves.
Oh yeah, possibly.
Right?
You have a second
No.
wind. I don't think
I have second wind.
You have second wind. Kelborn, I don't think has anything. I don't think Benjamin does either. And then Siegfried's a cleric.
I've got cure wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
cure
you
wounds.
had cure wounds.
I took another warlock level, so I got no healing abilities. I got nothing. I'm sitting back here, 12 AC, 34 hit points, praying that I don't get hit.
Sit there and look pretty.
Yeah,
There.
that
and look
I did all my talking. I got a shit for free.
All right. With that, it's going to be back up to Benjamin.
Question for you. The giant was speaking to these little friends,
Mm-hmm.
so they presumably understand common.
You'd think so, yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I am going to for my action, the most injured little magma dude, I think the one like directly kitty corner from the Forge Master's one she's been wailing on.
Yeah.
I'm going to use command.
Okay.
And I am going to point at it, and I know it's one word, but I'm also going to invoke my keepsake, so it has disadvantage on this saving throw, as I tell it to grovel before the queen.
All right. What is the save again?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving
Not a
throw.
wisdom.
It's gonna fail terribly, even without the disadvantage.
I mean, I was doing it just in case.
You never know. So yeah, on its turn, it will kneel down.
Yes, so it goes prone, and then ends its turn. It does not take an action.
Mm-hmm. Anything else from you?
Yes, gonna have Huey move over here to give me the help action, and my chain actually has a 10-foot reach, so just where it is, I'm going to attack the magma dude next to Kelborn.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Oh yeah, that's 19 plus 6. Did I say the wrong name?
No. I said I'm
didn't.
so
Okay.
dumb because when I rolled my damage, I didn't add the +5 to the damage. I just did the dice numbers to Baka because I'm just dumb.
So it'd be 5 more.
It would have been 5 more, but it's not a big deal.
Okay. I'm adding it.
Okay.
And that will be 11 cold damage to it.
Yeah, this chain snakes around in between the golem's legs and collides with this little magma dude.
I was like,
I'm gonna move just a little closer so I'm not quite so far away from all my friends, just for like, in case I need some healing, just in case something goes down. But that's the end of my turn.
All right. Then it's the layer action once again. Who is doing the golem this round?
Barely, I vote for you.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, we all got to
Really
do it at
bad.
least once, so.
You're also on the lucky end of where the giant is still confused, so there's a pretty good chance he won't be able to do anything.
So D20 plus 7.
Yes.
That's a 24.
A 24.
Ooh.
And the giant also got his no movement at all, no actions at all roll.
Damn.
So another instant win as he's like leaning against the wall, pushing himself back up. The golem just runs forward and socks him in the jaw. Can I get a D4 from you?
That is a 3.
That is a 3. It's a statue, punches the giant in the jaw. A big gush of wind comes from the movement of its hand, and both of the fires from the forges flare up and fill this room with incredibly hot air. I need Constitution saves from everybody.
Ooh, I am much better at those. Well, I mean, okay. I got a 9.
15.
Okay.
5. And why I keep
17.
And what did Kelborn get? Sorry.
15.
All right, so Kelborn and sorry, only Benjamin failed, right? No, Siegfried also failed.
Yeah, good.
You take 1 point of fire damage as you breathe in this incredibly hot air.
Okay.
Thankfully, young little dwarf cleric passed, so he doesn't take that 1 point because he is not looking great over there.
Oops.
The Forge Master unfortunately takes that damage, and she's not looking too hot. But these little golem idiots get 1 point of HP as they heal off of that.
Oh, that's not fun.
What do you mean?
Nation too.
That's super fun. All right. Fire snakes. One is still confused. Oh, sorry, giant
Don't
needs
forget
to make his wisdom
I was
save.
gonna say, don't forget the giant save.
I think that's a 13.
That makes it, breaks it if that's the case.
Yep, 13. So he is no longer confused.
Okay.
Okay.
Does your Ray of Enfeeblement have a save after, or is it just forever?
You already saved against it.
Oh, that's right. And you get rid of his little guy.
Yeah, he
All right.
saved on the first round that he was up.
He's ready to rock and roller coaster then. We'll move him a little bit because they're punching each other around. Snake. Snake is confused. I need to roll. It rolled a 10, which I think is the only one that it could do stuff with.
Yes.
Yep, 9 and 10. The creature can act and move normally, so he's going to snake back around and come after Kevhorn, who has been attacking him with 2 attacks. First one's going to be cocked, so I roll it again. Still going to miss. Second attack with his tail. That might hit you. I know you got a big boy AC now, but 22 to hit.
I'll use it. I'll use shield.
You'll use shield. As you bring up this newfound shield, you can see as like an arcane field pushes these wooden segments apart to make the shield bigger, and it the tail collides with it, and it protects you.
I just hear the whisper rally to me.
Next is then going to be Kelborn.
Okay. I'm thinking here. I drop concentration on confusion.
All right.
And I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the big guy in front of me that I've been in a fight with my bonus action, and then I'm gonna swing at him.
Go.
Yeah.
And this time I'm gonna add my +5.
All the modifiers.
Yeah. Oh, good hit. Okay, 15 plus 7.
That'll hit.
And then that's 8, 13, 4 psychic damage, 22, And then Hunter's Mark is a D6, right?
Yes.
1 extra damage.
20. That's a lot of
23
That's a
is
3.
enough to kill this thing.
Yeah, swing my great sword through its midsection.
Yes. As you do, magma starts to spill out of this cut, and it starts to like crumble apart and fall into this pool of magma. As it does so, smoke begins to billow out from it. The 10-foot space around this thing is now heavily obscured and difficult terrain. When you enter your space for the first time, enter the space for the first time on your turn, or it starts your turn there, you'll have to make a save. So as it starts, let's get an aura on this baby. 10 foot. Let's do a color we can kind of see, maybe orange. And can you see that, or just me?
I cannot.
No.
Let me do that. Yep.
Yes.
There it is. Yep.
All right, everybody in that space. So Huey, the Forge Master, and Kelborn, the little 2 dumbasses are immune to it, and so is the Golem. So you all have to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
That's not Huey's strong point.
10?
10 is going to fail.
Huey's gonna fail as well.
What was that, Baka? Sorry.
Yeah, Kelborn is blessed.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. 12?
12 is still going to fail, unfortunately.
Huey fails with an 8.
This is bad. You take 10 points of poison damage.
Oh, Huey's immune to poison.
There we go. Huey's good.
I am not, at least yet.
Well, maybe you should be a demon.
Let me roll my Constitution save for the spell. Shit! Oh, bless.
Bless.
Please be a 4. It's a 4. Okay, so that's 9, 10, 11. Is that?
Yeah,
that succeeds,
that's
right?
enough.
All right, 11. So
All
I
right.
hold on to Hunter's Mark. Thank you for the bless.
Gosh.
Unfortunately, this area is heavily obscured, so you don't see the Forge Master fall.
Oh no!
I was literally just about to tell her to get out of here too, and I would handle this.
Yep.
That's
We'll have to deal with that eventually.
The 2 assistants are still alive. Maybe they can take over. All right, next.
Does she get death saves?
I guess technically, yeah.
We'll deal with that. I don't care.
Um,
we'll deal with that later.
I don't care.
My
Anything else from you, Kelborn?
yeah. So I just I don't know if she's dead, so I say, Gland Master, get out of here. I'll take it from here.
All right. And again, this area is heavily obscured, so you can't see anything at this point. You just hear the rumbling of these 2 massive creatures colliding with each other.
Yeah. Wait.
And
Do I
with
feel
general
like?
chaos.
Do I feel like staying in here? Like, am I continuously inhaling this if I stay in here?
Yes. So this is all like billowing with smoke at this point.
Okay, cool. Then if that's the case, I'm going to kind of try and navigate my way out of the poison. So I probably end up over here somewhere.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, you knew generally what was behind you before it started, so
yeah,
you're able to move around it.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, sounds good. Next is going to be the Forge Master then. You for fun, I'll roll. All right. Next then is Kelborn. Oh.
Nat 20.
Nice.
A natural 20 to hit the snake.
Double my dice or double the damage?
Dealer's choice.
I'll double my dice.
Okay. It's always fun to roll more dice.
14?
14 is just enough to kill this snake. As you stab it, you take 2 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Snakes are down.
And then there's no way for me to see this guy.
No, he is. You turn to look back at everything, and it's just billowing black smoke filling that area.
Time to use him as bait. I'm gonna send my echo in there.
All right.
Just fishing.
Just fishing. If you want to try to make attack with the echo, it would be a disadvantage right now.
I mean, game-wise, I don't think Kevhorn was actually looking in this certain area.
Yeah, you were looking the other way, so you wouldn't know necessarily where they're standing.
I wouldn't know where they were, so
all right.
I would not attack.
Sounds good. It is then going to be Siegfried.
I have no idea.
I'm same place as you. That smoke really threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Is there any point to me attacking the giant? I mean,
there can be. Straight up damage might not be the most useful thing, as you know, it just has so much HP. It could, in the long run, maybe help, but the majority of what could be helpful with the giant is going to be either boons to the golem or banes to the giant.
Okay. If that's the case, let me make sure I can do this. Yes. I'm going to try to cast blindness on the giant.
All right. What's the save? Or is it a roll to hit? I forget. Blindness.
It is a con.
Con save?
Yeah.
29.
Oh, shoot.
Fails. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Con saves are rough with giants.
Yeah, I don't think that I can do anything else as far as I know.
Yeah.
I can't see the Forge Master. I guess that's it. And then Siegfried's just going to move behind Kevhorn.
All right. Sounds good. With that, the magma minions. Unfortunately, those little bastards know where they're going in here.
The top one is still groveling.
It is. That one does grovel in the darkness. The bottom one is going to swing at Kevhorn's Echo. That's a natural 20. Your Echo's gone.
Oh no.
Oh no, my boy!
With that, would I have known? Like through sound, maybe?
You only know that there was something close enough to destroy your Echo as you feel the Echo disappear.
Okay.
But this thing is going to move and put its little magma hands on the anvil, waiting for another one to come help it. Or it does something in the smoke you don't know.
What could it be doing?
Next is Benjamin.
Okay. I'm going to have Huey fly out and over and assist the golem.
Okay.
So yeah, doing that. And I'm going to just go based off of the knowledge of where I told that one to grovel. And I'm going to do a chain attack with my anchor.
All right.
Would be at advantage because it's prone, disadvantage because it's...
Yes. So flat roll. Very
flat
good.
Roll. Ooh, but I'm blessed.
Ooh, but I'm blessed.
Maybe 3, 7, a 13.
13 is going to hit.
Yes. For 8 cold damage.
8 cold damage. Very nice. You feel within yourself that this anvil and chain hit the groveling magma.
I'm also in some sense of like, we gotta protect this anvil, like moving up to it too, but very confused as to how helpful I'm gonna be up here. And yeah, that'll be end of my turn.
All right. With that, we're back to the layer action. So somebody roll for the golem with advantage because it has the help action.
It's up to me now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
26.
All right. It wins as the giant rolls a 24.
Oh,
Just like grabs part of the like stonework on this fire, the forge fires, rips it off and bashes it against the giant's skull as it takes another hit. All right, then it will be fire snakes are dead. These guys aren't doing anything because they're scared. Actually, sorry. Roll a d4 for the lair action as well.
4.
A 4. Usually that did nothing, but I thought of something mid-combat.
Oh no!
The wind kicks up again with this. The spirits of the mountain rushing in to this cavern, and they clear the smoke.
oh,
Ooh, I
that's
like
really
that.
helpful.
Yeah, there's gotta be one useful layer action. They can't all hurt you.
I also didn't know how we were going to get rid of that smoke.
And you see this one magma golem holding onto the anvil. The forge master laying on the ground, unresponsive, and the other one groveling. Kelborn.
Oh no.
no.
Kelborn. Trying. I don't want to screw people over. At the same time, trying to think this through. Yeah, I'll move my bonus action move Hunter's Mark onto the one holding the anvil.
Okay.
It's about to get real smoky in here again. As I take a step toward and lunge with a like sweeping blow. Let's see. 15 plus 7 for whatever, plus 2 for bless. Yeah. That is 12, 13. Only 13 damage this time.
Only 13 damage this time.
I rolled
This
bad.
one is pretty freaking healthy, so
There.
unfortunately it doesn't take it down. Or maybe fortunately, but it does do a big chunk of damage to it.
That's it, because that's my bonus action.
All right, sounds good. Death saving throw.
Cool.
All right.
Sorry, Forge Master.
Yeah, I know,
Kevin.
all right.
Kevin, your turn.
I know. I'm
Oh,
thinking.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh.
The psychic damage. That's why it felt really extra low.
Oh, okay.
4 psychic damage on top of that.
All right, I'll add that 4. All right, Kevin.
I need to get this bitch out. She's gonna die if I kill these things. I will get out of here. You're dead. I will. I will drag her. Would my movement be halved if I
It
drag?
would be halved if you're dragging her, yes.
5, 10. Can I move her over here?
Yeah.
Right next to her. Good place for her.
And I will. Summon him again. Summon my echo over here.
All right. Boop, boop.
And that is it for me.
That is it for Kevorn. We then move to Siegfried.
Okay, can I heal her, Forge Master?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. With his eyes still glowing blue, he begins to pull the smoke out from inside her and casts Cure Wounds.
Ooh.
And that's 11 hit points.
11 hit points. You do see the smoke exit her lungs, and as it does so, she begins to breathe again as you revive her.
Nice.
Okay.
Good job,
Cheers,
dude.
bro.
We didn't kill the Forge Master, y'all.
All
Maybe
right.
now they'll overlook the lies since we saved their life.
Don't mention the lies.
Anything else from Siegfried?
I think that's it.
That is it. Magma minions, they swangin'. This one's gonna stop holding the anvil to swing it at you, Kelborn. Rolls a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good. This other one is going to swing on the Echo again. He's just fighting Echo. He stands up first and then swings. That's gonna hit with a dirty 20. So your Echo once again gone. All right. And then he's gonna floop.
His movement is reduced by 10 feet as well, in addition to whatever he needed to spend.
Not
to
do it all
stand
then. He's not gonna move it all then.
Great.
Nice.
I was hoping for that.
Guys, I feel like we could have fought a fire giant.
Well, maybe. You want him? Next then is going to be Benjamin.
Okay. First, Huey's gonna give advantage to the golem again.
Okay.
I am going to. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on the fire giant. Intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay. Oops, I bumped it, so I'll just roll again. Natural 1.
Yes. Okay, so he's gonna subtract a D4 from the next roll.
Ooh, nice.
So his thingamajiggy. That is my action. Bonus action, I'm just gonna take a regular attack on this magma dude.
All right, go ahead.
That's it's gonna hit 19
19 will hit.
for 7 cold damage.
7 cold damage as you crack it across the back with your anchor and chain. Anything
And
else?
Nope, that's everything. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet again.
Very good. All right, then it is going to be the layer action once again. Who wants to roll for the golem?
I guess I'll go since we're back
You
around.
get advantage from
Ooh.
Huey.
Because I'm so. Oh, never mind.
Nope, there's little Huey just like dive bombing this giant.
18 plus 7. So, what is that? 25?
Yes.
Yeah, the golem is just beating the hell out of this giant. It's just basically just has its hands up at this point, trying to block itself from getting punched in the face too much.
You're messing with the wrong statue, my friend.
Roll a d4.
3. That's new.
A 3. Constitution saving throws. Once again, the forges flare up from all the rushes of wind coming through this cavern.
I'm
Sorry. 17.
gonna fail every single one of these because I got a 7. One of these other dudes is gonna die now because he only had like 2 hit points last time.
I rolled a 6.
Rolled a 6. And what did Siegfried get?
Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh, a natural 20. So that means Benjamin and Kefhorn are going to take 2 points of fire damage. Everybody but the far blacksmith save, so he takes 2, but he hasn't been hurt yet, or maybe was hurt a little bit.
That dude over there. Good.
And then these little stinky boys also gain HP.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, get it. Like the fire doesn't do a ton of damage, but it just helps the enemies, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's very clever. Very nice.
Thank you. Then it will be young Kelborn again.
Okay. I mean, I'm here. I might as well swing. Great sword, pull it around. And I try and chop his legs off. 13 plus 7. That hits for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 2 psychic damage. I remembered to roll the psychic damage this time. That's so low. 12. I think that's the total on that.
12 total.
Oh wait, I didn't add the 5. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. 17 then.
It's that parent brain, baby.
Dude,
Chris,
apparently
you're killing me.
17 damage this turn.
17.
Dude,
All right.
I don't know what's wrong
It should
with
be
me.
19, right? If it's 12 plus 7.
No, it's plus 5. 12
Oh,
plus
it's plus
5.
5. Okay, 17. Yeah. I did the math anyway, right? But he's still standing.
Okay. Cool.
Did you add Hunter's Mark?
I did. I only rolled a 1 on it. That was
Okay.
why it was so bad. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Sounds good. She is alive but not doing well. She is actually going to
Just hang out. You can just hang out, ma'am. You don't need to do anything.
laying on the ground. She does see Kelborn in combat with this little magma dude. She's going to cast Shield of Faith on you, so +2 to your AC.
Ooh, okay.
Benjamin's like, the fuck? He gets more.
You're not in direct combat with anyway.
No, it's fine. It's truly fine.
Kevhorn.
I can pass through her, right?
Yeah, you can walk through her.
Okay. 20. I will summon my Echo over here.
All right. Young Echo himself.
Okay, I will poke the one in front of me, but I will invoke advantage through my special keepsake.
Ooh, there you go.
Don't think I needed it. 16 and 7. I hit anyway.
Yeah, you do hit. Once again, you see like this ghastly figure of your trident also appear as you stab forward, but yours connects.
Seven.
7 points of damage. Not quite enough to take it down yet, but we are getting there.
And I will unleash Incarnation
All
on the
right.
one Kelborn's attacking.
All right.
What number is that? 7 plus 7, 14.
That'll hit.
For 10.
Ooh. You stab into this thing, and once again, it begins to crumble apart as smoke begins to pour out. I need your echo, and actually, it's weird with the echoes.
It's immune to any condition.
Oh, is it immune to any kind of damage?
No. So
Alright,
it
so-
should get hit.
I need a con save then from your echo and Kelborn. I think, unfortunately, Benjamin's also caught in that. It looks like
Okay.
you are
Constitution save.
technically, yeah, Constitution save.
+2. It's a 12 again. What the hell?
12's gonna fail.
Yep.
7.
7's gonna fail.
13?
Echo. How much?
13?
13.
Getting
Oh yeah, you do have bless, guys.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think it's
added
gonna
My,
help me.
my Echo doesn't have bless.
I added the bless to that.
Mine went up to an 8.
What was Kevhorn's again? Kevhorn's echo?
Would my Echo have my bless?
No, it's a separate creature.
Yeah. Sorry, mine was 13.
Everybody fails. Echo's destroyed.
He did his
boy.
job.
The rest of you take 7 points of poison damage.
It's not too bad.
Okay, that's not too bad. I was scared for a second.
Scared. I'm very scared. All right. And again, heavily obscured, rough terrain. All right. Then, with that being the case of Kevin doing, it's now Siegfried's turn.
All right. The air begins to rumble around that. And I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead.
Told it dead. All right. What kind of save again? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Fail.
All right.
Roll
Let's
big,
try
roll
this
big.
again. That is a 7.
7. Enough to kill as it begins to crumble apart. we got some more con saves going here.
Me.
Yeah, it will be you. I'm not even gonna put it up. I think it's just actually. I'll try to put it up still. I messed it up.
For sure.
There we go. I didn't need to put 10 in there. That's why.
Yeah, I think
It's just me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Anchor
it's just you.
let me roll my
isn't
con
alive.
save for Hunter's Mark. Oh no! I rolled a nat 1. So
Shit. Hunter's Mark is gone.
and then a 1 on my plus anyways.
I mean, it's the
Shouldn't
best
need
time for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So con save from Kev Horn.
Let me add bless because I've been forgetting to add bless. God, that dice is dark. 12 plus 4 plus 4.
20.
Yeah. That's enough. You're good. But this black smoke begins to fill your eyesight. You are able to hold your breath to not start choking on this. Siegfried, anything else from you?
That's all I got.
All right, Benjamin.
Moving out of this smoke. Coming over here, I am once again, Huey's going to do advantage for the statue. I'm going to do Mind Sliver. So an intelligence saving throw, please.
All right.
Oh.
It got really high. It got real high. It got 17.
Okay, technically, last time it was supposed to take psychic damage, so it should have
Yep.
taken an additional 4.
Okay.
That's for the last time I cast it.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna have my chain attack just for the heck of it. That's gonna miss. That's only a 10. Just
Okay.
like I'm running out of things here.
On this layer action, instead of trying to fight back against her, the fire giant's gonna get itself up and begin to try and move away back to its machinery, seeing all of its little minions die, seeing how it's just been getting pounded on. We're gonna do one last roll, just to send him on his way. So who wants to do the last roll?
That would be Kyle, right? Kyle won second last time.
You have advantage
You do have advantage.
because of Huey. Huey.
And just a plus 7. Got it.
Yep.
With advantage?
Okay. The first roll I did was a nat 1.
Oh.
With advantage, I got a 17 plus 7.
Nice.
24?
Yeah, 24. He got a 23. So as he's running out,
Gosh.
just another punch to the back of the head as he grabs the back of his cracked skull and stumbles out. Roll me a d4.
3.
3. That's another flare up. Can I get Constitution saving throws?
Oh, mother.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna pass this time. Hell
Oh.
yes.
Everybody.
Ooh.
6.
Got a 6.
I got a 19.
19. 17.
I got a nat 1.
All right, so I believe that Siegfried and Kevhorn are gonna fail. You take 4 points of fire damage, as both the final punch and just this giant running out of the room brings this extra flare up to the forges. This giant makes his way, stumbles into his drill car that he burrowed through the wall with, starts it back up, and the drill breaks into 3 again and begins spinning. And as he backs out, the spinning of these blades start to make the tunnel behind him fall apart as he retreats. As it begins to crumble and the cracks start to race up the cavern wall, the golem backs into the hole and puts its shoulders up against and starts pushing to stop the cracking from occurring in the cavern. And you can see as it's putting all of its energy into this fractures of divine light that are breaking through the stone, and just the general overtime of it moving so much when it's not supposed to be, because it's just a giant stone statue. It starts to crumble, and as the wall starts to stabilize, the statue crumbles apart and falls into place, filling up the hole where the giant came from.
Just like to the Forge Master, still like laying on the ground. That's why we needed help. That's why.
And I think with those words, we can end the session there. So, thank you so much for joining us this week. We had a first kind of big fight happen, so that was fun. Yeah, be sure to join us next time as they continue making their way through this world with giants amongst them. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good time, everybody.
Let's keep making stories together.
Yeah, that's the one.